interference from Mother Nature.
Great field conditions, happy players, got the sun out. Looks like we're going to have a good game tonight.
And talking about tonight's game in Vancouver, we really don't know what to expect from Vancouver. They're a team that the Switchbacks have not seen yet this season, and they bring a ton of professional experience to the pitch tonight.
They do. They've got some players who played in MLS before. They probably got some young players who are on their way to MLS pretty shortly. It's a big night for the Switchbacks to see if they can match this kind of talent from the next level. But with the Switchbacks' recent results at home, I think they're going to have a really good chance tonight.
Well, you hit on a great point. The Switchbacks play very well here at Sand Creek Stadium. They need to be back home. They spent the last 3 games on the road. Up and down, they played well. Lost a heartbreaker to the LA Galaxy 2 last week in stoppage time. But tonight's a different story. They're on their own field, and it's a dry field.
It is. Luckily, the rain has held off. The field has been sanded. It's been rolled. It's in much better condition. And I was able to catch a moment with Coach Steve Tritchu before the match, and he was able to relay the good field conditions today.
Coach, much improved field conditions today. How are those going to help your team?
Yeah, the field's coming along. They've rolled it, put some sand on it, and it's flatter than it has been. So it's going to suit our game. We can pass the ball on the ground a little bit more and hopefully help the quality of our play.
First game against Vancouver. What are you expecting from the Whitecaps too today?
Well, they're a physical team. They're an athletic team. They're fast up top, but I think we could take advantage of their defense. They're a little slow. The way we've been playing, we were playing with confidence. So I'm confident in the guys tonight.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
You just have to love Coach Tritchu. He's always in a good mood, always has that positive attitude, and he knows, Roland, that if his team takes care of business in the next few matches here, they're right in the playoff hunt.
They've got 3 home games on hand, a chance to pick up 9 points. He'll be happy with 6 points. He'd be ecstatic with 7 points. 9 points would put the Switchbacks at the top of the table. So we'll see what happens tonight. Looks like the weather conditions are going to hold off. I think we've got 69 degrees, some scattered storms in the area, but it's so much better than it was for the last home game.
Back with the game right after this.
Doing what we do for a living, we have to give that extra mile, even when you think you can't. Because not only are we taking care of people, but we're taking care of ourselves. At Centura, it is a culture of health. And as a group, we've brought that to the forefront to demonstrate to patients.
See Juliana's inspiring story at CenturaConnected.org.
At Whole Foods Market, values matter. So all of the fresh beef we sell comes from cattle who've had room to roam. No antibiotics, no added hormones. Third-party rated for animal welfare, raised by people with responsible ranching practices on over 1,000 U.S. ranches. Like Hearst Ranch, because to us, value is inseparable from values. Whole Foods Market, America's healthiest grocery store.
Summer starts to sizzle on CET with the Xfinity Sports Awards show. Then celebrate women in the military on Women Warriors. Looking to heat up the racetrack? Check out Burnout. Switchbacks Soccer scorches the field with live events all this month. Only on Comcast Entertainment Television. Shake off the winter cold by warming up your body with yoga. Kelly Moore will lead you through poses transforming your body and mind. Feel the sunshine on your skin as she instructs breath techniques, muscle control, and releasing tension. Living Yoga now in stunning HD, only on Comcast Entertainment Television.
A warm welcome back to Sand Creek Stadium, Colorado Springs, Colorado, where in just a few moments, the Colorado Springs Switchbacks will take on the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2. Let's take a look at your Switchbacks starting lineup.
Starting tonight for your Switchbacks. Number 1, David Gorick. Number 2, Josh Phillips. Number 4, the captain, Luke Bercoloni. Number 8, Ronnie Argueta. Number 10, Miguel Gonzalez. Number 12, Mike Sack. Number 18, Aaron King. Number 21, Shintaro Harada. Number 22, Taylor Hunter. Number 30, Clay Bejarano. Number 34, J.J. Greer.
Well, are you ready for a little bit of soccer? Vince Greco, Roland Vargas, we're ready to play some soccer tonight. You may have seen that starting lineup just a few moments ago. A name that is not on the lineup tonight, Saeed Robinson, out for this one, Roland.
It's a really, really big loss for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. They've got their strongest lineup out there tonight, with the exception of Saeed Robinson. They're going to lose a little bit of speed. They're going to lose some of that dynamism. But with Ronnie Argueta coming in, they're going to gain some physicality. They're going to gain a little bit of technical ability. And I think they're going to do just fine with the loss of Saeed.
Switchbacks led by Steve Tritchu. And there you see the lineup for the Whitecaps: McKendry, Clark, Ritchie, Farmer, Hayes, Rosenlund, Levi, and down the line they bring a lot of experience to this matchup.
They do. They've got a couple players who played in MLS. Vancouver, they're looking hungry tonight. They just came off a good game in Salt Lake City, so they're going to be raring to go tonight.
Head coach Alan Koch for the Whitecaps. He's got his team ready to go. And we'd also like to honor tonight's military family. They recognize John Spear, his wife Kirsten, the sons Robert and Marshall, and daughter Samantha. Specialist Spear is a 15-year Yankee in the Army doing electrical, wiring, and armament on the Apache. He's been in the Army for 3 years. The Switchbacks would love and thank him for his service to our country and, of course, to our community. Really respect those military leaders and those giving their lives and putting their lives on the line for us in our country. Officials tonight, as Adam Zarin, Sim Sinico, and then Jakob Harold is also officiating tonight on the sidelines. Kyle Gillian is the fourth and reserve referee for tonight's matchup. As you can see, the Whitecaps, apropos, dressed in white tonight with black numerals, black lettering. If you're listening on the radio, they will be going from left to right, from north to south here at Sand Creek Stadium. And your Switchbacks decked out in their dapper black uniforms tonight with the white numerals, and we are just about ready to get this one underway. Perfect conditions tonight, a little bit of a breeze. We're going to pray that those thunderstorms stay out of the way. Going to be a dry night, and the only thing that's going to be raining tonight, Roland, as we're underway, is goals for the Switchbacks.
We hope so. The Switchbacks won the toss. They're going to be going toward their favorite end of the field, the end of the field where they absolutely tore Arizona United apart. They're going to hope to start hot, start heavy, see what they can do to really, really pressure the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 into making some early mistakes.
Well, the Whitecaps are holding possession early on in the matchup as they're patiently working it back with their defenders.
Looks like Shintaro Harada is going to be playing a little bit farther forward than usual tonight. He's going to get a little freedom in front of Vercoloni and to be able to move into that midfield and support Aaron King.
And the Whitecaps nearly turn it over, and they do. Up with the ball is Bejarano for the Switchbacks as he brings it down the left side. Crossing pass is knocked out of bounds by the Whitecaps. It'll be a throw in for the Switchbacks.
Clay Bejarano has been one of the best players for the Switchbacks this year. A good early run down the left wing to get himself into this game. He looks like he's going to be up for the mood tonight. He's a player that has a lot of power in that left foot. He likes to get up and down the wing. He likes to swing in the crosses, and he's the man that most of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks offense has come through so far.
Long throw in from Bejarano. And Vercoloni gives it back to Bejarano, and the cross across the box, and it's headed up, still in play, and brought down by the keeper for the Whitecaps FC2.
I was surprised to see Richie Spencer start for Vancouver today after how well Marco Carducci did in Salt Lake. I know they tied that game, but I mean, he was really, really fantastic. He made some world-class saves in Salt Lake, so I was surprised to see the goalkeeper change, but they're going with Richie tonight, and we'll see how that works out for Vancouver.
Long ball down the field was handled easily by Gorick as he sets it up and kicks it out to the left side. Bejarano with the ball now. Back to the middle of the field. Nice run there. Pretty good tackle by the Whitecaps defender that time, number 46, Brett Levi.
That was good positioning from the midfielder.
Whitecaps have something going now down the right side, and the ball is broken up nicely by Vercoloni, and here come your switchbacks.
Shintaro Harada is going to look to get that ball out wide. Mike Seth now with the ball. Mike Seth has been very, very impressive for the switchbacks so far. I was talking to Coach Tritchu at practice about Mike Seth. He brings a lot defensively with his power, with his size, and offensively he's really, really got an eye for a goal and got an eye for a pass, and they're looking for him again.
And Gonzalez with the pass clear across the field, controlled down by the switchbacks defenders.
Josh Phillips there, you know, I got a feeling I've got something going on. I think Josh Phillips is going to get a goal for us tonight. I really, really think that Josh Phillips, he's looked fantastic in training. He was fantastic against Arizona United, and I think Josh Phillips is going to be able to score a goal for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC tonight. Phillips is looking really, really good. He's won a couple of headers already. We're just a couple minutes in, and I'd look for him from a corner kick to really rise to something tonight.
Switchbacks with possession. Ball out to the right-hand side of the field.
It's Mike Seth here with his left foot. Good cross from Seth.
And then cleared nicely by the Whitecaps, and they want to run.
And they've got a bit of a break on here. If they act quickly, they've got a 3-on-3, but the Switchbacks are getting back fast. Good defense again there from Phillips. Good positioning from Josh. He got himself in the right area, was able to make an easy clearance. Good play from Josh Phillips.
Possession to the Whitecaps.
They're comfortable. You know, Steve is going to be comfortable. Steve Tritchu, the head coach of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, he's going to be really comfortable with Vancouver playing the ball around in this kind of position. And look, unforced errors, you know, that's what's going to happen. The Switchbacks are going to be able to move up. They're going to get an easy turnover, and they're just going to let them play around.
Are you surprised at the pace of the game? Not really quickly paced right now, kind of laying back, feeling each other out a little bit.
Yeah, we've only played 4 minutes. We're just getting into it. I'm a little bit worried about Luke Vercoloni. I've got to be honest. I've seen him reach down to that left hamstring a couple times. I'd be a little bit worried about that. He's seeming okay now, but I've watched that hand. He's been grabbing at that left hamstring. I hope he hasn't done something to pull that so early in the match. Vercoloni there won the ball back and got it out to Harada, so he's looking okay, but he's reaching down.
Nice run on the right side. Nice ball in, looking for Vercoloni. The header just wide of the net. A nice ball that time into play.
That was a good pass there from Harada to Vercoloni, and I guess that hamstring's absolutely fine. He had no problems there. Aaron King's going to close down the goalkeeper, but Vancouver's going to be able to get out of that. But you can look how high the Switchbacks are pressing. They're really, really going after Vancouver inside their own half and not giving them any space at all. We've got a replay here. Shintaro Harada, he's looking for that long diagonal to the back post for Vercoloni. Vercoloni coming in just a couple inches taller. Vercoloni would have been able to make something of that. Really good pass from Shintaro Harada.
Back come the Whitecaps. A left-footed shot goes off of the goalkeeper. Gorick saves it from going across the inline, or are they going to call a corner kick?
They're going to call a corner kick, and that's okay. You know, that ball bounced right in front of Devil Gorick. That is an absolute nightmare for the goalkeepers. Devil Gorick's been fantastic this season. The best thing he could do was to get that ball out of play. It took a nasty hop right in front of him. Goalkeepers hate that. Corner kick for the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2.
I believe that was Tyler Roseland with a left-footed strike that, like you said, took that bounce and short hop and then goes across the inline. So we got a corner kick to the Whitecaps. Taking that corner kick will be number 30, Ben McKendry. Low ball across the 7. Headed out nicely by Vercoloni.
Very well played from Vercoloni. He was fouled. Nothing called by the referee, and they're going to work it out quickly to Aaron King. If Aaron King's able to get down the wing, the Switchbacks might be able to break here.
King's moving it.
He's got Mike Seth wide open on the left side of the field. If he can switch it, he can't.
Plays it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez with it now.
It's good play from the Switchbacks, you know.
Very good transition.
Very good.
Good possession ball by the Switchbacks. Rada with it. Gonzalez, little touch pass. Cross, and a nice save. Nice play. Great give and go that time by the Switchbacks.
It was good goalkeeping. He found himself in a good position. He was able to rise up and catch that one. Taylor Hunter down the right-hand side here. Yeah, look at Taylor. He's getting free. He's just trying to work that to the back post, and luckily for the goalkeeper, he was coming out. Luke Vercoloni and Aaron King were storming into the 6-yard box there to tap that one, and that was a really, really good run and a really good cross there from Taylor Hunter on loan from the Houston Dynamo.
I believe we'll be calling his name quite a bit tonight. He hasn't got a lot of minutes, as you mentioned earlier. He'll play quite a bit tonight.
He has, yeah. He didn't get too much with Houston, so they lent him down here to the Switchbacks, and he's really playing well.
Bejarano sends it in. Vercoloni now with the ball to Gonzalez. Nice little pass attempt that time just couldn't find a crease from Mike Seth.
Yeah, Mike Seth was looking for Vercoloni. Vercoloni's got license to roam, license to support Aaron King. The Switchbacks have had the majority of the possession and the majority of the chances so far. Only 7 minutes in, but the Switchbacks are playing really well.
They really are. Seth now crosses it across the field.
Look at all that space for Clay Bejarano. He's going to whip a ball in with his left foot here.
You called it, just to kind of missed that one a little bit, just kind of off the side of his foot, but he'll get it back.
He did. He scuffed it. He'll get another chance this time with his right foot. Much better cross. A little bit long. Unfortunate, but good play from the Switchbacks. Bejarano's getting a lot of freedom on the left-hand side here.
I think he'll make them pay a little bit long. They're going to have to respect that left and that right foot.
They are. He can cut inside. He can go outside. He's a handful of tricks. He's a really, really quality player.
Whitecaps in no hurry to clear it out, working at switching the field nicely.
And you can see the Switchbacks, when Vancouver has the ball here, the Switchbacks are absolutely fine to let the Whitecaps pass it around, play the ball. They're not really starting to press until, as we see here, Vancouver is able to work the ball into the Switchbacks half.
Well, we're just 8 minutes into it, but the possession game has clearly belonged to the Switchbacks early on in this one.
It has. They've had the better of the chances. Gorick made that one nice save on that bit of a bobbly shot, but the Switchbacks have done well.
Long ball now played in nicely that time to number 34, Caleb Clark. Clark still with the ball for the Whitecaps and broken up nicely. That time the ball is going to go off the backside of Bejarano. All right. Make sure, Switchbacks fans, to follow at USL on Twitter to become a league insider, join club conversations, and have a chance at exclusive giveaways. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter.
Vancouver there, you know, they're possessing the ball a little bit more off of this corner, off of this throw in deep in the Switchbacks half. They're playing the ball a little bit well, and they're looking for Caleb Clark. Again, he's very rangy, he's very fast. Yeah, he tries the cross there, blocked there by Josh Phillips for another corner kick for Vancouver Whitecaps FC2. I've been really, really impressed with Caleb Clark so far. He's tall, he's rangy, he's got some speed, he's got some moves on him too, and he's causing the Switchbacks defense a little bit of issues here.
You know, this is the first time we have seen the Whitecaps play. They do have some speed, but I'm impressed with their size. They have some big bodies on the field.
They do. Coach Trichu talked about that. They've got a lot of size. That's going to be key from these corner kicks. But we've got the likes of the Switchbacks have the likes of Josh Phillips in there. Devil Lagoric has been very, very commanding in taking charge of his defensive area.
McKendry with the corner kick, and it stopped nicely as reaching up to get that one is Devala Goric for his second probably real save of the night.
Goric didn't have any pressure on him. He was able to come out there and claim that ball. Really, really good goalkeeping from Goric. He's been fantastic for the Switchbacks so far this season.
Switchbacks now in transition. Back to Goric.
The Switchbacks really have a blessing on their hands. You know, they've got Devil Lagoric as their number one. They've got Samir Bader as their number two. They've got two goalkeepers who could be starting for a lot of different clubs in the USL. And that's something that Steve Turchu is really, really happy about. He's able to rotate those goalkeepers if necessary. When the Switchbacks get into their US Open Cup games, he could bring in Samir Bader to give Devil Lagoric a bit of a rest. But so far right now, Devil Lagoric has staked his name to the number one goalkeeping position with the Switchbacks, and he's been really, really good.
Coach Turchu told us yesterday he has got the hot hand. The players are really confident behind with him back there. He's been a rock the last few weeks.
He has. He's given the defense a lot of confidence to push up, a lot of confidence to pass the ball back to him if needed. And he's got great hands, as we saw right there. There was absolutely under no pressure at all. He catches it like it's absolutely nothing. Really, really good play from Devil Lagoric. He gives his defense, takes a lot of pressure off his defense. He's also a second captain back there. You know, Luke Vercoloni pushes up. Vercoloni's able to talk to the other players, and Goric is really able to lead that defense from the number one position.
And the defense is playing well too. We'll give shots like that all night long. Easy save that time for Goric. Now back in transition. Here come the Switchbacks into the box.
Mike Seth trying to beat two players there, maybe one player too much, but it was good offensive direct play from Mike Seth. That's one thing he brings. Very, very 90-degree player. He's very, very direct when he goes forward. Very, very good player.
Bejarano now on the left side. There's that left foot again. A lot of space inside the 18. Not a lot of black shirts inside the box that time, and a relatively easy save for the Whitecaps keeper.
Good catch there from Spencer Ritchie under no pressure. We've had a bit of a catching contest between the two goalkeepers so far.
I'm sure that will change as we go throughout this match.
It will. The Switchbacks have been able to possess the ball. They've been able to get close to the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 box, and you know, more chances will come.
But let's keep in mind for the Whitecaps, this is their third game in about 7 days, so the fatigue factor could set in here, and perhaps the slow pace early on in this game may be to their advantage later on. Surprising that the Switchbacks maybe don't start trying to pick up the pace just a little bit more.
I think the altitude may start to tell against the Vancouver Whitecaps too. They played in Salt Lake. They definitely were tiring toward the end of that game. So the Switchbacks are hopeful that same formula will follow today. They haven't started too brightly, Vancouver FC, but they've maintained their shape. They're playing 3 center backs at the moment. The Switchbacks have been playing the traditional 4-4-2 formation, and the Vancouver Whitecaps are going with 3 central defenders, and that's limiting their width a little bit, which is something that you don't usually see from Vancouver. They're a team that really likes to get the ball wide, likes to cross the ball in, and with this 3 central defensive pairing, they're really struggling to get it out wide. As you see there, they're reduced to 40-50 yard diagonal balls to try to get the ball into the wing positions.
That time they tried to get it into Chris Serban from Bistrita, Romania.
Yeah. Haven't been there, have you?
No. I'd like to visit sometime.
Hey, me too.
Throw in for the Switchbacks. Long throw in. Comes into King. King with a little right foot looking for Vercoloni, but did not connect. Whitecaps regain possession.
Aaron King has been very industrious, very hard-working so far this season. He needs to improve his hold-up play a little bit. We saw it there. It was a nice touch into his foot. He just wasn't able to give that layoff ball to Luke Vercoloni. He does need to improve that hold-up play. That's something that the Switchbacks are looking for him to improve. But his movement, his energy, his work rate has all been first class so far for the Switchbacks this season.
Shot blocked nicely by the defenders of the Switchbacks, but here come the Whitecaps again as they try and bring it down inside the 18. A lot of footwork trying to dribble between 2 or 3 guys, and then the ball is going to be cleared nicely. That one almost into the stands as Josh Phillips gets a right foot on that and slidingly knocks it out of bounds.
Last moment defending there from Josh Phillips. There was nothing left to lose. That was a really important right foot to come in there from Josh Phillips. Last ditch defending, good defending from Josh Phillips. He's a really good player.
Throw in for the Whitecaps. Good defending going on by the Switchbacks. They're having difficulty getting it in. Ball comes into the box. There's not going to be a call. It goes out. It's going to be a goal kick.
I don't understand the refereeing there. Either it's a penalty or it's a yellow card for simulation. It can't be neither. But unfortunately, this referee is going to neither. And that was Caleb Clark bursting in there. You can see his speed. He gets past one. He's diving. That's a blatant dive. That should be a yellow. That should be a yellow card for simulation. The referees missed that one.
Here's another ball coming in across, sent in that time by the Whitecaps and goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Switchbacks, and that happened right in front of the official.
It did. I don't know how he missed that one. It was blatantly obvious that there was no contact there. Caleb Clark threw himself theatrically to the ground, as we saw earlier today in the Champions League final between Juventus and Barcelona. No call made there. Unfortunate, but the game goes on.
Roseland knocks it back down to the defender. Back to Roseland. A little bit of pressure from Gonzalez. King.
Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 seem to have changed their formation 2 or 3 times already in this game. Now they're just dropping 1 central defender. They're pushing both wing backs well up the field. I'm not really sure if this is deliberate or if they're just a little bit disorganized with all the players they've been calling up and down to their MLS parent club, but they need to work on their organization, because right now their defensive line is a bit too strung out for what the Vancouver Whitecaps would be liking.
Patiently working the ball in. Inside and out of the box. Looked like it was offsides. A little shot across the box by Billy Schuler. Goes across the field. Going to be retained by the Whitecaps.
The Whitecaps are really putting some pressure on the Switchbacks here.
Ball cleared out by the defenders.
Good held-up play from Aaron King there. Exactly what I was talking about earlier. That was really well done. He used his strength. He used his size. And look at what it's given the Switchbacks. The Switchbacks are able to break forward with that.
You're going to see another look at that shot across the box. Yep. Put in play by 51. Just nobody there. 51 is Billy Schuler for the Whitecaps. Whitecaps with possession one more time. Long ball this time. Going to be an easy play for our keeper Gorick.
All the way through to Devila, no problem. And the Switchbacks will reset with their attack here. Started from the back. Switchbacks have no problem passing out of the back. They're very confident. Both of their defenders, central defenders, J.J. Greer, Josh Phillips, very confident on the ball. Good vision forward. And you've got Shintaro Harada and Ronnie Argueta dropping deep to support those players and to move that ball out of the defensive line quickly. It looks like Ronnie Argueta right now has got the responsibility of sitting in front of the two center backs, and he's doing a very good job of it. The man's built very, very strongly. He's built like a tank, Ronnie Argueta, so that's the kind of person that you want sitting in front of Phillips and J.J. Greer.
Bejarano now controlling it again on that left side to Gonzalez. Gonzalez's pass is going to be tipped out of bounds.
Miguel Gonzalez looks like he's got a little bit of a free roam, the typical number 10 position. He's able to drift out to the left, and he's also able to push forward and support Aaron King.
Harada gives it back to Bejarano. Left-footed into the box.
Really good cross.
Over the head of Miguel Gonzalez.
Really good cross from Clay Bejarano. And now Shintaro Harada will try looking for Aaron King. Tries to spin off the back of the defender, but it was well cleared by the Whitecaps too.
Vercoloni keeps it alive with the header. Gonzalez has the ball taken away, but good pressure by the Switchbacks. Here comes Vercoloni.
It is Luke Vercoloni. Twinkle toes, he's going wide.
And we'll get a corner out of that.
Very good. Nice step over there from Vercoloni. He's onto his non-favored left foot. Really, really good play from the Switchbacks captain.
Vercoloni looks... Let's take another look at that.
Yeah, look at this little step over. Hey, whoa, twinkle toes. There he goes to the... Yeah, good defending, good covering, defending, but that was really, really good play from Luke Vercoloni. He's going to take this corner kick with his right foot, and he's going to look to drop this right on top of the penalty spot for my man, Josh Phillips.
There's the cross, and there's the punch out by the keeper.
Josh Phillips was coming in there, but the good punch by the keeper.
And there we got a chance. Whoa, great opportunity, best opportunity of the day.
J.J. Greer finding himself in an unusual position. The Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC central defender has pushed up. He found himself by the far stick, and that ball was just a little bit too far for it to get onto the end of his toe. Good play from J.J. Greer. Yeah, here's J.J. Greer. You're going to see him coming around the back. J.J. Greer, he's open. He's got his hand out. That ball just floats just a little bit too far from. Looks like he was trying to tap it back to either Phillips or Aaron King there. Good play, good vision by the Switchbacks, and unfortunate to miss that chance.
Great scoring opportunity early for the Switchbacks as we're back to action. Whitecaps moving it in the backfield. Send it out wide left.
For a scoreless game, we've had a really entertaining opening 20 minutes, I've got to say. Both teams have had good chances. Both keepers have been put under a little bit of duress. It's been a very good opening 20 minutes.
Absolutely. Turnover now. Here comes the Switchbacks.
Shintaro Harada, he's got time, he's got space, he's going to play it out to the left. Vercoloni's going to try to get onto the end of that one.
And
really good play from Luke Vercoloni.
Great hustle by the captain. He looks to put the ball in play.
There's Miguel Gonzalez in the number 10 role with the number 10 shirt. He's just able to drop off a little bit. That was a late challenge, you know. Miguel has just jumped into that one. He's left his feet. I don't think he's made any contact with his studs. He did jump off his feet. We're going to see on the replay here. He's just overrun this pass. It's bounced off of him. It's just gone a little bit far, and he has jumped. He has jumped into that one. He was trying to protect himself, as you said, but no harm, no foul, and no yellow card by the referee. It's good to see Chris Serban shake that one off. Didn't try to make too much of it. Wasn't asking the referee for a card. It's one of my biggest pet peeves in soccer when the players ask the referee to give their opponents a card. That was professional play by the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2.
Let me ask you about that play right there. So they have a direct kick to the Whitecaps, and instead they just kind of play it across the field. Do you like that long ball, or do you like keeping that possession back there?
It depends, you know. The Whitecaps do like to work it from the back, and they've got a bit of a chance here down the Switchbacks right-hand side. Josh Phillips with the clearing header. You know, it just depends. It depends on what kind of a position in the field they're in, and they're going to win another free kick here. Looked like a little bit of a ticky-tacky call we're going to see here on the replay. Mike Seth just looked like he left a foot in. You know, it's going to give the Whitecaps FC2 a good position here. They're going to be able to bring their central defenders up, and they're going to be able to whip that ball in the box and hopefully for them cause the Switchbacks some problems.
Going to see a good scoring opportunity here for the Whitecaps. I believe taking this direct kick will be Ben McKendry.
Gorik's just setting up a wall. He's only going to go with a two-man wall, one-man wall now, so not really much of a wall at all. The Switchbacks are going to try to defend this at the back post.
And you're right, there goes towards the back post. Nice ball headed out of there that time by J.J. Greer. Still possession is going to remain with Vancouver. Another nice header, and they do get a call on this one for some dangerous play.
High foot there. Mike Seth was dropping his head to that one. It was a bit of a high foot. Switchbacks are just going to have to move that ball back and take it.
We want to remind you that Nike is a proud partner of the USL. Follow @Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike soccer information.
We've got a good matchup here. Nike versus Adidas on the field today.
I'm thinking Nike's going to win it.
Nike will win.
Switchbacks deep in Vancouver territory now. Have them throw in on the far side of the field.
Temperatures really change. You know, that sun has gone down. We're getting some of that Colorado weather. We've got a bit of a cold breeze. Won't be affecting the players at all. We can't complain about these conditions. Mike Seth here on the right-hand side. Looks like he was actually trying to win a corner kick there. Unfortunately, it's gone all the way through to the goalkeeper. He's going to roll it out almost to the halfway line, so the Whitecaps too can start again.
And we have a ball that goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Switchbacks.
Taylor Hunter to take it down the right wing to Mike Seth. Good hold-up play from Mike Seth.
And we have another Switchback player that goes down. No call.
Taylor Hunter there trying to support his friend Mike Seth.
Seth sends it in, goes off a defender, and that will be a corner kick for the Colorado Springs Switchback. This is the Whole Foods corner kick.
Luke Vercoloni is going to be trotting over to take this corner kick. This will be a bit of an outswinger, but he'll be looking to put that on the corner, on the penalty spot, just like he did last time. And you'll be looking for J.J. Greer and Josh Phillips. Both Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC central defender have pushed up here for the Whole Foods corner kick taken by Luke Vercoloni.
Vercoloni from the other side of the field this time. Steps up, few steps, ball is up. It's on its way. Nice header. Oh, my goodness. Mike Seth, a golden opportunity early on. But I'm impressed and I'm encouraged by these set pieces so far from the Switchbacks.
That's correct, especially as Vancouver are the taller team. But you can see Mike Seth here. This is a really good ball from Vercoloni. He whips it deep. Seth coming in, heads it off the ground as he's supposed to, and it's a good save by the goalkeeper, but he was supported. The Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 had men on both posts, so that was well defended by them. But as you said, it was a good opportunity for the Switchbacks, and they are having these opportunities from the corner kicks, which is not something we expected so much before the game due to the large size of the players from Vancouver.
Here come the Whitecaps. Nice couple of moves that time as they try and get the ball deep into the Switchbacks' defensive area.
They've got some room out here on the right-hand side.
Serban with the ball, going to be challenged.
Oh,
and
that was I'm sorry, but that was a terrible challenge. I haven't seen the replay yet. I've only seen it in real time, but there's got to be a yellow card on that kind of a tackle. The player has overrun the ball, and he's gone through, and he's absolutely clattered Shintaro Harada. That's just an absolutely unnecessary tackle. There's no reason for it here from 55. He overruns the ball. He goes into Shintaro Harada, and he hits him right on the inside of his ankle with his cleat. That's a yellow card, if not a red card. I don't really understand what the referee's seeing. Shintaro Harada's in a lot of pain here, and he needs some support.
He took that flat in the ankle at full speed.
He did. That was I hate to call anything dirty, but that was a late challenge from Chris Serban. There was really no need for it, and he's left his foot in here on Shintaro Harada. Look at this. He overruns the ball.
And Harada's still down.
He's still down. He gets him with his cleats. You know, there had to be a yellow card there from the referee. I don't understand why there wasn't.
Referee now talking to a Whitecaps player.
Yeah, I was just trying to calm the situation down. The Switchbacks handled it well. You know, they're professional about it, but that was a late tackle, and we just don't want to see that. I mean, he's really clattered into Shintaro Harada, who's going to need to come off here for a couple seconds and get his bearings back.
He's up. He's limping. Good to see that. We should have him back in the game, I'm hoping, momentarily.
It looks like he'll come back in. Doesn't look like there's too much remorse from Chris Serban, but we'll see how that one plays out the rest of the game. That challenge might not go unpunished from one of the Switchbacks players.
And no yellow card on the play.
No.
So as we get back to action now, Devil Agoric.
Yeah, he's
take the kick.
Kick this long. Looking for Aaron King, Mike Seth. It will be Mike Seth. He's got a great spring on him. He wins it.
Gonzalez. And then cleared out that time by the Whitecaps. Bajarano, Gonzalez.
There's Shintaro Harada. He's shaking it off. He's come back in.
That is great to see.
Very good to see from Shintaro Harada. Very experienced player.
Nice ball inside. Here's Gonzalez with a chance. He's got a wide open net. He crosses and goes, crashing into the Nike sign behind the net. What a golden opportunity for Gonzalez.
Really good play from Miguel Gonzalez. Great speed. He beats the defender on the right-hand side, as we're going to see here from the replay. It's a slid ball in from Mike Seth. He goes around the defender. That touch is just a little bit too long to also take him around the goalkeeper. And as you said, he goes crashing into the boards there. Luckily, he was okay. Really, really dynamic and good play there. First with the pass from Mike Seth, second with the run from Gonzalez. Really good play by the Switchbacks.
Really was. Seth set that up beautifully. As we're back to action, Vancouver with the possession. Good pressure by Vercoloni.
Vercoloni's pressing high.
A little bit of a run. down the left side. That ball just a little too strong and across the inline for a goal kick.
Yeah, the Switchbacks, it's been a bit of an up and down game. The Switchbacks looked like they dominated the first 10 minutes. Vancouver started to come into the game. 15 minutes, they were having some good chances, but for the last 5-10 minutes, the Switchbacks have really turned on the pressure again. They're beginning to dominate this game as they were in the opening stanza.
Which is great to see. But then sometimes when you're the devil's advocate, where you see this Vancouver team, one quick strike, one long ball, and all that possession can go for naught. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but those are the things you've got to guard against and be cautious with if you're a defender for the Switchbacks.
It's very true, and the Switchbacks, when they have these chances, when they have this pressure, it's really, really key that they take it, because as you said, Vancouver can turn it on in a second. They've got some real speed up at the top there with Caleb Clark, and they could get a goal out of almost nothing. So it's important for the Switchbacks to make this pressure, make this possession count as they move forward with Harada.
Harada sends it inside to Gonzalez. Seth had a chance at it and then lost it.
Touch just ran a little bit long for Mike Seth. Unfortunate there, but the Switchbacks are going to win back the ball here. The Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 really don't seem to have an outlet. I'm seeing some players with their hands on their knees, some players that are beginning to suck some air here. It is high altitude, and the Vancouver team does look like they are beginning to struggle with the conditions a little bit.
Bajarano, the deep ball. So looked like he tried to kick that one off the side of his foot, kind of banana that in there.
Yep.
Just kind of ended up in the keeper's hands. We have a whistle.
Not sure exactly what the referee's doing here.
He's talking to the defender.
We have a lightning warning, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have to pull the players off of the field. We've got some dangerous conditions. We have some dangerous conditions coming in, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to have to pull the players off of the field. We're going to be going to a short break here. We'll be back with you soon here from Sand Creek Stadium. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Police questions of uniform personnel. Again, this is a lightning strike alert.
As you can see, the players just walking off here. They're gonna get some shelter here. We've got some nasty storms coming in from the west here. Colorado Springs, like we said, we had some scattered storms in the forecast. Looked like those scattered storms have scattered right over on top of Sand Creek Stadium.
We were hopeful that this would hold off.
We were.
But this is the way it's been. As you can see these pictures here, facing to the northwest. Let's hope this is a quick passing storm with not a lot of activity, not a lot of moisture.
Indeed, we got a Barcelona fan here giving me a little high five as he comes off. The fans are doing really, really well. It's great to see the fans here. The Switchbacks have a really good fan base, and they're all leaving very, very professionally, as are the players. We're going to take a break here live from Sand Creek Stadium.
Back in a moment.
Permanente, everything you need is under one roof.
Awesome. We did all right.
Another way care and coverage together makes life easier. Okay, a little easier. Become a member of Kaiser Permanente, because together we thrive.
Women are proving through history that they're a valuable asset on and off the battlefield. Discover this amazing documentary as it chronicles women in the military. A Vision of Valor. Women Warriors, all this month on Comcast Entertainment Television. See the second Xfinity Sports Awards show on CET or VOD as we commemorate some of the best athletes, teams, performances, and coaches from this past season. Keynote speaker Rod Smith gives valuable advice to students on attitude, gratitude, and perseverance. Go to CET Xfinity Sports Report, then click on Sports Awards. Catch the Colorado Switchbacks FC this month against Vancouver, Portland, Real Monarchs SLC, and the Orange County Blues. The Colorado Switchbacks only on CET.
Looking for something to do in Colorado? You're in luck with Out West. Out West takes you up and down the state finding interesting things to do with the family or a friend. Check out Out West every Tuesday at 9 p.m. only on Comcast Entertainment Television.
Switchbacks on the attack. Shot right side to goal!
Be a part of the action at Sand Creek Stadium as your Colorado Springs Switchbacks take on teams like the Sounders 2, the Galaxy 2, and the Timbers 2.
Ball an opportunity, a shot to goal on the other end!
The inaugural season continues June 13th against the Real Monarchs. Join the excitement, join the climb at switchbacksfc.com.
Well, as you can see, we are under a lightning and weather delay here at Sand Creek Stadium. Vince Greco along with Roland Vargas. Not the most opportune time for there to be a stoppage of play. This first half, we really thought that the Switchbacks were really gaining a lot of momentum going into the later stages of this first half. A lot of great scoring opportunities down here. Lightning came. Probably a good thing maybe for Vancouver, not so much Roland for the Switchbacks.
It'll give the Whitecaps 2 FC a chance to reset. Comes at a very, very bad time for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. They started the game very well. They went off the burner a little bit. They seem to really be starting to attack again. This rain delay came at a very bad time as it looked like they were going to be getting a goal here to end the first half.
I really thought so as well. Very impressed with the set pieces so far early in this game too from the Switchbacks. Vercoloni from both sides of the field, the Whole Foods corner, this side. Great scoring opportunities off that corner kick.
Vercoloni's been doing well. He's been whipping those balls in with pace, with a little bit of spin. He's been doing very, very well from his set pieces. The Switchbacks look like they've settled. Mike Seth has gotten a lot of opportunities. Miguel Gonzalez has gotten some opportunities. And you know, the unsung hero so far, the guy who we haven't called very much on the broadcast, Ronnie Argueta. He's just sitting back. He's giving the defense time to push up. The Switchbacks look like they've done well. I think Coach Steve Tritchu will be very, very happy in the locker room right now talking to his players, and hopefully this delay will pass as soon as possible. But right now we've got rain, and now we're seeing lightning lashing down here to the north of the stadium.
Unfortunately that we had this stoppage in play. We want to assure you that when the weather passes, we will be back. You will not miss a thing. But in the interim, we're going to send you to the Xfinity Sports Report. Enjoy that show, but keep it tuned right here. When the weather breaks, we'll be back with live action from Sand Creek Stadium. See you in a few.
Don't miss it. Resuming of this match will be just like starting it over from the beginning, to be honest with you. I think the coaches probably will have gone over what they went over in their pregame talks. Probably may have had a little bit of a light massage, maybe got some electrolytes in there, tried to stay loose, the temperature's obviously gone down quite a bit with all that rain and all that lightning, so they probably just tried to stay loose, probably tried to stay focused, and just got a rehash of what they learned before the game.
Well, another factor in the second half, we said when this broadcast started that field conditions would not be a factor. That may have changed now. We did get quite a bit of rain. As you can see, the grounds crew working on a spot just inside the 18 of the goal box down there. That's been a trouble spot all season long. The referee stomping on the dirt. That could be a problem. We've been watching players here warm up as they kick the ball, water splashing from under their cleats. That might not be a big problem, but hydroplaning, the ball skipping on a goaltender, there's a lot of factors now.
There are. The ball is really gonna skid off a very, very slick, very, very greasy, gel-like surface, and we've got that big patch of dirt and water that's over by the goal that Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 will be defending here to resume this, or excuse me, the Switchbacks will be defending here to start this second half. Hopefully they'll play around that, sort of a hot lava situation, try not to go over to where that is, but we've got the stats here from the first half. No goals, 3 shots each, even on shots on goal, even on the corner kicks as well. We saw the Switchbacks had more fouls, but it was, of course, Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 that had the worst of the fouls with that horrible tackle on Shintaro Harada that should have ended up in a red card, where we saw no caution being given. Time of possession, Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 have slightly edged that, but so far, so good. The Switchbacks have had the better of the chances, and they're going to be looking to capitalize on that, looking to start the resuming of this match right where they left off.
Well, and here's how we spent our time during the break. Nice top of my head shot there, and camera crew, Dennis and Paul, these guys doing a great job trying to stay dry and stay warm as we wait to resume this match. And you know what? We're just about ready to do that. We have, about 17 minutes, 15 minutes or so to go here in this. What do you think these two teams are going to do? Are they going to really push it hard over the next 17 minutes, or?
I wouldn't imagine so. I think there's going to be a little bit of a feeling out period. I would be surprised to to see a lot of action before the half, but you really never know. I think the players will have cooled down quite a lot, maybe changed a bit of their uniforms, and I'm really not sure how the rest of this first half is going to play out. Let's wait and see.
Well, we're getting ready to go. Richie, now the goalkeeper for the Whitecaps, rolls it out, and we are underway. Good early pressure by the Switchbacks. Long ball down the field. Headed out of there nicely that time by Josh Phillips. But again, nice long shot. That would have been good from 50 in the NFL. But fortunately for the Switchbacks, well over the crossbar.
No need to make a save there for Devil Agoric. He'll restart it here for the Switchbacks. They're going to push up over midfield. They've got 3 players now. Mike Seth, Miguel Gonzalez, and Aaron King leading the offensive line for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
Goric places the ball on the turf. See what kind of traction he gets here. Runs up to it and then is just going to kick it out to Phillips.
Yeah, nice and easy for Josh Phillips. You won't worry about that. Over to Clay Bejarano, who had a very impressive opening half an hour.
Chitaro, the left foot down the field. A little too strong for Gonzalez. The ball goes out of bounds and will belong to the Switchbacks.
A lot of the good play from the Switchbacks has happened, as you can see the lightning happening there to the north end of the stadium. A lot of the good play for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC has started down this left-hand side, as we can see again here with Miguel Gonzalez trying to get on the end of that one. Just going to run out of bounds for him. Throw in for the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 deep in their own half. As
coaches will yell, don't let him out, don't let him out. So let's keep him back down here. Good pressure. Ball kicked out of bounds by the Switchbacks. Let's not forget, soccer fans, have you visited the new USLsoccer.com? Get the latest news and live stats and check out the new social media hub. Don't forget USLsoccer.com.
J.J. Greer back to Devil Agoric, and back to J.J. Greer, who will look long.
Good possession from the Switchbacks, and you're right, ball does go long, a little too strong, and back come the Whitecaps.
You can see the ball is still rolling pretty well on top of the surface. Doesn't seem to be much standing water. If anything, it's going to speed up the play as the ball skips off that slick surface.
Good attack this time from the Whitecaps. The ball's in the box, bouncing around. Vercoloni through the dirt spot, nearly slips and falls. Ball goes out of bounds.
No hot lava there for Luke Vercoloni. He was perfectly capable and perfectly happy to run that ball right out over the dirt spot, and the Switchbacks were able to get the throw in.
Seems like there's a little more energy to start this second of the first half.
That's very well put, Vince. Very, very well put, as Aaron King here is on a breakaway.
King looks for Harada. Little chip shot to Miguel Gonzalez. He wants it at his feet. He's calling for it at his feet.
Yeah, he does need that ball. He just wanted that pass to happen a little bit quicker there to get him open up again on the left-hand side for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks.
Gonzalez with the pressure. Ball cleared out by Vancouver. Phillips right to the feet of the defense.
And Vancouver will go long here. Perfect, plenty of time for J.J. Greer. He'll just settle this ball. Nobody putting him under any pressure at all.
Greer will send it, switch the field. Bejarano. Quick feet. Nice pass to Vercoloni. Splits the defenders. Vercoloni now going wide.
A lot of space here for Taylor Hunter on the right-hand side. He's going to cut in, use his left foot. He's going to find Bejarano and acres of space here down the left.
See what happens. All kinds of time. Cross is deflected. Corner kick.
Corner kick for the Switchbacks. Looks like Luke Vercoloni will come over and take that one again. Switchbacks are going to push J.J. Greer and Josh Phillips, their 2 central defenders, up again. It's Phillips who we're looking at, and J.J. Greer, who's had probably the best chance of this game so far for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks.
Both corners taken by Vercoloni earlier. Good balls placed right in great spots.
Very, very much so. Landing right on top of the 6-yard box, right on the penalty spot.
Here it is. It's up. A little strong this time. Headed away by the defender and will belong to Vancouver. Missed slide tackle by Harada. Throw in Whitecaps.
Switchbacks able to regroup here on defense.
WC2 in no hurry. Ball finally thrown into play.
Their bigger brother club is in action tonight against LA Galaxy at the Home Depot, or the StubHub Center, Home Depot Center, StubHub Center, I believe it's called now.
Right.
Out in Carson, California. So a lot of their players, a lot of their fans will be watching that game as well. We've got 2 Vancouver Whitecaps games going on at the same time, one with the MLS team, one with the USL team.
And the parent club has been a bit of a surprise this year, playing excellent soccer.
They have. That's very, very true. They've been right up at the top of the league. They were in 2nd place in the Western Conference of the MLS, entering today's action, entering this weekend's action, actually. They've been doing very, very well. They've been a surprise. Many analysts thought they were about a year away, thought they had some young talent, but thought maybe they wouldn't be able to compete at the highest levels of MLS in this season. But so far this season, I mean, it's early. We're just getting into the meat of the summer here, but so far Vancouver Whitecaps and MLS have been very, very impressive.
Whitecaps with possession here, looking for the long ball. Had an opportunity. Now they will try and get it down to Serban. Long ball. Serban chasing it down, and the ball will be long. Throw in Whitecaps. Good hustle that time to get down there and knock that ball out of bounds by Bejarano.
Looks like he enjoyed that challenge. He really jumped into that one, and he was able to get that ball out. Luckily for the corner kick. Yeah, look at him slide in there very expertly, keep it for a throw-in instead of a corner kick. Really, really well done by Clay Bejarano. Nope, they did give a corner kick. Actually, I apologize on that one.
Well, I said the same thing, because initially he called for the throw-in.
He did.
And then that changed to the corner kick.
He did.
Ben McKendry with the corner, low ball, deflected, kicked back outside the 18.
Switchbacks holding their shape well here and pressing and pinching the ball into the corner.
Serban with the ball in.
No problem for
nice
Devil Agoric.
pick up by Goric.
He's way too good of a goalkeeper for anything like that to bother him. Good hands from Devil Agoric. He'll roll it out to Clay Bejarano. Start the Switchbacks attack again down their left wing.
And they give him all kinds of space down this left side.
They do. They've got Miguel Gonzalez and Clay Bejarano doubling up here, trying to take Serban out of his game, really putting a lot of pressure on him, giving him 2-on-1 situations as much as they can. And Bercoloni's going to switch the ball over to Taylor Hunter.
Hunter brings it down to his feet, quick left foot, side to Seth. He's got a
good hold-up play from Mike Seth. He's a very, very strong player.
Had the Whitecaps player all over his back, and you're right, controlled it very well. Bejarano, again, using the right foot, drags it to the left, back to the right. Vercoloni. Dribble, nice pass. Bejarano crosses, just deflected at the last second by the Whitecaps.
Really good interplay there between Bejarano and Luke Vercoloni on the same page, opening up the Vancouver Whitecaps again down the Switchbacks left-hand side. They're finding so much space and so many opportunities down that side.
Light rain starting to fall here again at Sand Creek Stadium. Header, oh my goodness.
Wonderful, good play from Devil Agoric. He able to move his feet. Josh Phillips there was backpedaling frantically. Ball came off of his head. Luckily, Devil Agoric was able to move his feet and make that save. Yeah,
let's take a look at it.
Yeah, look at the way Josh Phillips here. Josh Phillips is struggling. He's on his tippy toes. He's going to head this one back. Yeah, good play from Devil Agoric. Good positioning, fast feet, good hands.
He received that like a football receiver in the NFL.
He did. Good hands.
Back come the Switchbacks. The Whitecap side of the field.
Well played, Aaron King.
Look at Vercoloni breaking on the outside. Ball just a little too short and a little too small.
Bercoloni's full of energy tonight. He's been all over the field. He's been screening in front of his defense. He's been down the left wing. He's been helping out Aaron King. Bercoloni's been all over the place tonight. We'll see how long he can keep it up, but so far he's looked great.
Oh, we're going to have an offsides call here, but a good couple of passes from Murata to Gonzalez.
I don't know about that call, to be honest with you. That one looked very, very tight from our vantage point here. They're going to call Aaron King, but he was sandwiched in between 2 defenders. I'm not sure how much of him was offside, but they did call the offside, and Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 will restart again here as you see the rain just pouring down here at Sand Creek Stadium in Colorado Springs.
13 minutes, about 13 minutes or so to go here. Whitecaps trying to get something going. Good defense again by the Switchbacks. Ball kicked out of bounds by J.J. Greer. All right, soccer fans, become a fan of the USL on Facebook for exclusive league news and interactive content. Facebook, become a fan of the USL. Whitecaps patient, working ball back and forth, looking to switch the field, and they'll keep it on the left-hand side of the pitch.
good play from the Whitecaps, but they're just not able to find that final pass. You know, they're able to play the ball around their defense fine, even able to work it into midfield. But when they need that final pass, that final penetrating pass to beat the Colorado Springs Switchbacks defense, they're just not able to find it yet.
And the captain really working hard in the middle of the field, getting back to play defense and offense is Luke Vercoloni.
He is. He's supported there by Ronnie Argueta. Ronnie's been doing really, really well, screening there, playing his position, just sitting, doing very, very, very well so far.
Nice ball inside to Gonzalez, not quite going to get there as the keeper had to get out in a hurry. Richie to dive on that loose ball.
It was Aaron King there looking for the scraps. Unfortunately, the ball didn't run through to him, but well played by the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 goalkeeper.
Back come the Whitecaps, trying to get something started down the left side. Ball goes over to Clark, and then back out top.
Yeah, see, they're just lacking that final pass. They're lacking that penetration. They're lacking the ball to their strikers. They're just not able to get it right now, Vancouver, and they're clearly offside there. Well called by the referee. Whitecaps just getting a little bit lazy getting back there. Whitecaps too, and the Switchbacks will be able to restart play here. Probably Devil Agoric with a long kick.
I'm impressed with Taylor Hunter's anticipation too. If you're a striker forward for the Whitecaps right now, you have to be a little bit frustrated. He's not letting you get anything going. He's right there in your back pocket.
He is, yeah. He's playing that right back position very, very well. He's not forgetting about his defensive duties. He's also trying to help out when going forward as much as he can. And you're seeing the kind of quality that he has, the kind of quality that's led to him being an MLS caliber player.
And we need to point out again, Saheed Robinson not playing in this match tonight, out with a foot injury for the Switchbacks, but they really have picked up where, by not having out him, they've really picked up the pace, and they haven't missed him yet in this match.
They haven't. They need to score a goal. They're missing Saeed. Robinson is definitely their spark, their offensive go-to guy. But so far, Ronnie Argueta's come in, done really, really well, and Mike Seth has done really, really well in his slightly changed position as well. The Colorado Springs Switchbacks, they're doing fine in this game. Look at Josh Phillips there.
Great header.
So commanding. He's a fantastic central defender. He's very, very commanding presence. He's not the tallest guy. He's only about 6 feet tall, but he's got a wonderful, wonderful leap to him.
Here's all that room again for Bejarano down the left side.
Yeah, they're just standing off him. I don't understand why Vancouver is not pressing the ball down, and they are finally there, but too much time for Bejarano. He's getting a little bit used to all that time.
Gonzalez with the cross into the box. Murata back to Gonzalez. The shot, off the chest of the keeper, and then put in. Then put in on the follow-up.
Aaron King, fantastic
a great
goal
off the chest from the initial save of Spencer Ritchie, and there was the King.
The ball bounced in front of the goalkeeper. I think maybe it didn't, but the ball was too wet there. The goalkeeper parried it out, and Aaron King was onto it. He was anticipating. He comes in on the far side. He slots it away first time. Great finish from Aaron King. Really, really good goal from the Switchbacks to happen before halftime. Gonzalez with the shot off his right foot. It did take a couple of bounces. Hits the goalkeeper in the chest. He's only able to parry it. Aaron King is first there. He's first on the scene. He's anticipating. He's using his instinct, and he fires the ball home, and he's getting the crowd pumped up. Wonderful, wonderful goal from Aaron King. That'll really help his confidence. 1-0 Switchbacks in the 41st minute.
They needed a goal here in the first half, and how many times, Roland, do you see a ball bounce off the keeper's chest, but there's nobody there? You called it. Great anticipation, right place, right time, and he knew what to do with it.
He did. You know, he's anticipating these conditions, the wet, the slick ball skidding off the surface, and it fell right to Aaron King there.
Here they come again. Seth with the shot.
Partially blocked by the defender. Going to roll through. We're going to see that goal here one more time, ladies and gentlemen. You can see Miguel Gonzalez cutting in on his right foot. The goalkeeper parries it. He's just not able to make that second save. Aaron King coming in and firing it home. That's a really, really good goal from Aaron King. 1-0 Switchbacks.
Let's see if that changes how the Whitecaps FC2 change their strategy. Are they going to still be patient, very possessive back here, or are they going to have to press it now just a little bit? Still a whole entire half to go.
They're going to have to push forward more, and they're going to have to use their width more. When you see the Whitecaps play, whether it's the Whitecaps of MLS or whether it's the Whitecaps too, their goals come down the wing, as you can see right here. This is a typical attack from the Vancouver Whitecaps, across in.
There's Phillips again.
That's what they need to do. That was good play from the Whitecaps there. If the Whitecaps are going to be successful, if the Whitecaps are going to score a goal, that's how they're going to do it. I just don't think they're going to be able to beat the Switchbacks through the middle. The Switchbacks are closing off that middle. They've got Ronnie Argueta sitting in front of the defense, funneling and pushing the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 out to the wings. And that last chance for Vancouver was how they're going to score the goal. And you can see here, Vancouver has an... yeah, we have Mike Seth. Yeah, just clipped on the ankle there. No card, no harm, no foul.
No. Whitecaps player knew. He did it. Ball goes down deep now. Into the box, picked up by Richie. Soccer fans, don't forget that all USL regular season and playoff games are available live, free, and in HD on YouTube. Connect with the USL YouTube channel today.
Whitecaps FC2 need to work that ball forward faster. Right now they're just getting a little bit too happy with to pass it around their defense. They're down a goal here. They need to get the ball out wide. There's Vercoloni with a bit of a shove there.
May have slipped a little bit on that turf. No, like you say, no harm, no foul.
No.
Quickly played. Ball put down. Deep ball. Phillips on the move. As are the Whitecaps, and Phillips gets there first. Great play.
Good covering from Josh Phillips there, and the Switchbacks are able to win that ball back.
Another long ball by the Switchbacks. Harada with it now. Over to Bejarano. Shintaro looks up, finds Bejarano again on that left side. This may have been a strategy early on because they have really used this to their advantage over here on this wide side of the field.
They have. They're missing the width and they're missing the pace of Saeed Robinson, but they've more than made up for it by pushing Bejarano forward and by letting Taylor Hunter also maraud down the right wing.
Gonzalez, Seth. A little bit of pushing and shoving, no harm. Phillips way up high.
That's good play from Josh Phillips. Look at that. He's helped the Switchbacks win the ball back in a great position.
Gonzalez has a chance here. He's playing on. Here comes Gonzalez. Stops in the box, lifts it up. Oh, just a little strong. No Switchback player there, but they still regain possession.
Really good play from Miguel Gonzalez, but that all came from the great defensive step forward by Josh Phillips winning the ball back.
Rocket! Whoa!
Ronnie Argueta with an absolute blast with the right foot, goes flying past the right-hand side of the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 goal. Great shot by Ronnie Argueta. Just missed it there.
They give him that again, and he will bury that. That's you said. That's just a rocket.
Yeah, look at him. Keep his knee above the ball. Keep his head down. Keeps that ball down, and that ball. Oh, the goalkeeper's worried. You can tell. You can tell when the goalkeeper's diving like that. He thinks it's going to be close. That ball whistled by the post. Almost 2-0 there for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
We're into stoppage time now at Sand Creek Stadium.
Luke Vercoloni pushing forward here. The Switchbacks have a great opportunity. If he gets it wide left, he does. Miguel Gonzalez.
With the left, oh, just wide left of the net.
He snatched at it a little bit. He was leaning back a little bit. He decided to use his left foot, and he just pulled the ball a little bit wide. Really good play there from the Switchbacks to win the ball back in such a great position. Look at those Switchbacks win the ball here, roll it out to Miguel Gonzalez, and he just fires it with his left foot just a little bit wide. Another good chance for the Switchbacks. It could have been 3-0 there in just a span of a couple seconds.
I like the pressure we're seeing from the Switchbacks and the intensity. They had two golden opportunities right there.
And they're at it again. They're winning the ball back high. They pushed Luca Vercoloni higher. They've got room on the left-hand side if they're going to use it. Another strike from Gonzalez.
Oh, off the keeper's hands.
Not the most confident goalkeeping there, but he did make the save. 3 golden chances for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks inside of a minute. Really good play, and it's all due to where they're winning the ball back deep in Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 territory.
You have to wonder, here comes another long ball from the Whitecaps, easily handled.
Looking for Caleb Clark. He's trying to stretch those legs. He's trying to get in behind. And the referee's going to blow for halftime. 1-0 Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
Well, I'll tell you, that last 13-14 minutes of this first half was intense. Great intensity. That's exactly what I'm sure Coach Trichu had told the team. Let's come out, let's get us a quick one, go into halftime and come out and win this thing right here at home.
1-0 Switchbacks FC. They're going to be really happy. We'll have the halftime, sort of a second halftime, as you said earlier, and we'll see how both teams come out here for the second half.
We'll be back, Sand Creek Stadium, right after this.
At Kaiser Permanente, everything you need is under one roof.
Awesome. We did all right.
Another way care and coverage together makes life easier. Okay, a little easier. Become a member of Kaiser Permanente, because together we thrive.
Women are proving through history that they're a valuable asset on and off the battlefield. Discover this amazing documentary as it chronicles women in the military. A Vision of Valor. Women Warriors, all this month on Comcast Entertainment Television. See the second Xfinity Sports Awards show on CET or VOD as we commemorate some of the best athletes, teams, performances, and coaches from this past season. Keynote speaker Rod Smith gives valuable advice to students on attitude, gratitude, and perseverance. Go to CET Xfinity Sports Report, then click on Sports Awards. Catch the Colorado Switchbacks FC this month against Vancouver, Portland, Real Monarchs SLC, and the Orange County Blues. The Colorado Switchbacks only on CET.
Looking for something to do in Colorado? You're in luck with Out West. Out West takes you up and down the state finding interesting things to do with the family or a friend. Check out Out West every Tuesday at 9 p.m. only on Comcast Entertainment Television.
Switchbacks on the attack. Shot right side to goal!
Be a part of the action at Sand Creek Stadium as your Colorado Springs Switchbacks take on teams like the Sounders 2, the Galaxy 2, and the Timbers 2.
Ball and opportunity, a shot to goal on the other end!
The inaugural season continues June 13th against the Real Monarchs. Join the excitement. Join the climb at switchbacksfc.com.
Away from Seattle.
After 45 minutes of play, it is 1-0. Colorado Springs Switchback FC leading the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 at the half. The rain has gone away. I mentioned earlier in the broadcast that the only rain that we were going to have was it was going to rain goals. Well, we didn't get a lot of goals, but I'll tell you what, we had a lot of shots raining down on the goaltender Spencer Ritchie of Vancouver.
We had a lot of action. Who knew it would be such a hectic end to the first half when they came back from the lightning delay? The Switchbacks were able to have three really good chances after they went up 1-0, 3 chances right at the end of the first half. Unfortunately, they weren't able to capitalize on any of those chances, but that's going to give them really a lot of confidence heading into the start of the second half.
There's no doubt about it. It was almost the tale of 2 first halves. We had that rain and lightning delay for over an hour, but you could see that momentum building in the first 28 minutes where the Switchbacks were starting to dominate play a little bit, had a couple of chances before the lightning delay, and whatever they did, whatever they were doing in the locker room, it paid off because they came out with intensity, they came out with shots. Defensively, they were solid, and they finally got that one to go.
They did, and they were pressing a lot higher. They were, as soon as the ball was coming out for Vancouver Whitecaps FC2, the Switchbacks were right on it. Ronnie Argueta, Luke Furcoloni, Shintaro Harada were all rotating around that midfield. They were pressing the ball very high. They were able to win the ball back deep in the Vancouver half, which was able to give the Switchbacks chances where they didn't have to break from back. They didn't have to worry about their defense. They were able to just attack the Vancouver goal. Switchbacks did really well, and hopefully for them, we're going to be seeing a lot more of that to start the second half.
All right, well, let's take a look at some of those stats from the first half. As you know, 1 goal for the Switchbacks, but look at how the shots drastically changed in that final 17 minutes. They were even coming out of that weather delay, and then you see the Switchbacks up now 9-4 in shots on goal, 5-2. Corner kicks still even, fouls changed, and so did the time of possession.
It did. You know, time of possession can sometimes be a misleading statistic. Sometimes you can have 30% of the possession win the game. Sometimes you can have 70 and win 5-0. But you can see there with the shots, with the possession, every single statistic is on the Colorado Springs Switchback side. They're really pressing Vancouver. They're really doing well, and I think they've got a great opportunity to come out here at the start of the second half, really hit Vancouver hard, hit them right in the mouth, maybe get a couple quick goals, put this match out of reach at the start of the second half.
Do you think that the break, the delay, may have helped the Switchbacks? They gave their guys some rest. Now, what I'd like to know, and I wonder what Coach Tritschew's thought process is in the locker room right now. As you know, in some of these games, the substitution pattern is pretty predictable.
It is.
Now that we had an hour and a half to rest, will he keep these same guys on the field in the second half, or will he go to that substitution pattern?
I think, knowing Coach Tritschew, I think he'll give it at least a few minutes, probably about 20 minutes into the second half before he starts thinking about substitutions. Usually he makes a lot of substitutions. He makes that 60th minute substitution. He changes the striker around the 70th minute when there's just 20 minutes to go. Usually he does that, but as you say, with that break, that might have given Aaron King a little bit longer to relax. And, you know, with Aaron King scoring the goal, it'd be awfully harsh to take him off right now. So he'll definitely give him a chance to start the second half, see what Aaron King's made of, and see if the Switchbacks can stretch the lead before I think he starts looking for any kind of substitutions.
I agree with you. We'll be back. We'll analyze a little bit more of what happened in this one, and we'll talk about what's ahead in the second half. Right now, it's 1-0. Your Colorado Springs Switchback in the lead. Back in a moment, right after this.
Permanente, everything you need is under one roof.
Awesome. We did all right.
Another way care and coverage together makes life easier. Okay, a little easier. Become a member of Kaiser Permanente, because together we thrive.
Women are proving through history that they're a valuable asset on and off the battlefield. Discover this amazing documentary as it chronicles women in the military. A Vision of Valor. Women Warriors, all this month on Comcast Entertainment Television. See the second Xfinity Sports Awards show on CET or VOD as we commemorate some of the best athletes, teams, performances, and coaches from this past season. Keynote speaker Rod Smith gives valuable advice to students on attitude, gratitude, and perseverance. Go to CET Xfinity Sports Report, then click on Sports Awards. Catch the Colorado Switchbacks FC this month against Vancouver, Portland, Real Monarchs SLC, and the Orange County Blues. The Colorado Switchbacks only on CET.
Looking for something to do in Colorado? You're in luck with Out West. Out West takes you up and down the state finding interesting things to do with the family or a friend. Check out Out West every Tuesday at 9 p.m. only on Comcast Entertainment Television.
Switchbacks on the attack. Shot right side to goal!
Be a part of the action at Sand Creek Stadium as your Colorado Springs Switchbacks take on teams like the Sounders 2, the Galaxy 2, and the Timbers 2.
Ball and opportunity, a shot to goal on the other end!
The inaugural season continues June 13th against the Real Monarchs. Join the excitement, join the climb at switchbacksfc.com.
You see a look at the faithful Switchbacks fans as they have endured a rain delay, and their team is in the lead 1-0 as we head to the second half. We're going to take a look at a few of these highlights here in the first half. Vince Greco, Roland, talk to us.
Well, We've had chances from both teams. Vancouver had their chances earlier in the second half. They were really, really phased out. The Switchbacks did a really, really good job of funneling that ball wide, not letting the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 have any chances on their goal.
Right.
And it was Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC with all of the chances really that mattered after we came back from the rain delay. The Switchbacks FC have really been doing really very well. You see here with the Whitecaps coming forward early in the second half. They had a chance, ball bounces right in front of Devin Lagoric. Unfortunately for him, it goes out for a corner kick, but he was able to save the ball. We see here nice interplay between Miguel Gonzalez and Taylor Hunter trying to get that cross to the back post. Just wasn't able to get it over the goalkeeper. And you see here Caleb Clark using his strength, and whee, look at that dive. Wow, nobody anywhere near him. That was Broadway-esque there. That was a fantastic piece of diving. And you see here Miguel Gonzalez playing the ball. Just too far there for J.J. Greer. Greer not able to get onto it. Vercoloni, as you mentioned, with these corner kicks, he was all over them. Mike Seth winning one there. I still think Josh Phillips, J.J. Greer might have chances from corner kicks in the second half. There's Miguel Gonzalez. Unfortunately, this ball trickles out of the end line, but you can see here from this pattern of highlights just how many chances the Colorado Springs Switchbacks had.
And they got more and more as it progressed. As you see, the weather cleared up. A little bit of rain still earlier this afternoon, but I think we're going to be fine for the rest of the evening.
And you see here the lightning delay that we had, the rain, the lightning, all the camera crew who are doing a fantastic job, by the way. They're all huddled inside. The grounds crew are trying to fix the field as best as they possibly can. The referee's not really helping by standing there and pointing, but yeah, well, thank you for throwing the ball in it, ref. That really helped out.
He wanted to see how well the ball, I guess, bounced. See, look at that.
I suppose because that's such a normal soccer play, you know, to drop a ball from a hand height like that.
Right.
And then you see Devil Lagoric here scrambling his feet, catching the ball like Randy Moss, as you said, coming over his shoulder, little Willie May style. And then Aaron King, a constant thorn in the side of the Vancouver Whitecaps FC defense. Look at the shot from Miguel Gonzalez. Bounces. Aaron King first to it. Off the chest of the goalkeeper. King smashes it home. That's 1-0. That's the only goal that the Switchbacks would get, but that's the only goal they'd need so far. But as soon as this goal happened, the Switchbacks were able to pressure it on with a couple more chances. They weren't able to score any goals, but they're up 1-0.
1-0 it is. We're going to start the second half when we come back from Sand Creek Stadium. This is Switchback Soccer. Back in a moment.
At Whole Foods Market, values matter. So the fresh fruits and vegetables we sell support organic and sustainable farming, grown locally on over 1,000 U.S. farms, and globally with our ethical trade program. Rated for sustainability and grown by people with responsible farming practices, like Staley Farms Organics. Because to us, value is inseparable from values. Whole Foods Market, America's healthiest grocery store.
Discover real people, finding self-reflection, dreams of superpowers, and the strength and courage of Batman. Tragedies become superpowers that each superhero can overcome. What would Batman do? Stand and fight. Legend of the Night, only on CET.
At Kaiser Permanente, everything you need is under one roof.
Awesome. We did all right.
Another way care and coverage together makes life easier. Okay, a little easier. Become a member of Kaiser Permanente because together we thrive.
Women are proving through history that they're a valuable asset on and off the battlefield. Discover this amazing documentary as it chronicles women in the military. A Vision of Valor, Women Warriors, all this month on Comcast Entertainment Television.
This This is a message from your inner athlete. Registration is now open for Colorado's largest sports festival, the 2015 Rocky Mountain State Games. Competition takes place July 17th through the 19th and July 24th through the 26th. Choose from over 40 sports. All ages and skill levels can compete. Register now at RockyMountainStateGames.org or call for more information. Come out and compete, win a medal, and join the excitement at the 2015 Rocky Mountain State Games.
Shake off the winter cold by warming up your body with yoga. Kelly Moore will lead you through poses transforming your body and mind. Feel the sunshine on your skin as she instructs breath techniques, muscle control, and releasing tension. Living Yoga now in stunning HD, only on Comcast Entertainment Television.
Are you ready for a little more soccer? How about at least 45 minutes from Sand Creek Stadium as we are underway. Second half action with the Colorado Springs Switchbacks in control. Long ball sent down to Miguel Gonzalez, and they are off to the races in a hurry.
They are. Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 made a couple of substitutions at the halftime. We've got Andre Lewis came on, also Marco Bustos. Marco Bustos, a very quality player. He's got a little bit of MLS experience, got some MLS talent in him, and they brought on the striker in Andre Lewis, so they're definitely going to be changing up the attack and going for more, trying to get a goal here to scratch even with the Colorado Springs Switchbacks.
Ball thrown in, Harada with it, back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, the right foot across the box to nobody.
Aaron King's going to try to track that one down. That ball may run out. And it did.
It did.
And look at that. The Switchbacks won the throw. Great pressure from Aaron King there. Wins the Switchbacks a throw. May not look like anything, but that's possession deep in Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 territory.
Hunter's going to throw this one in, gets it deep into the box, headed out, and we'll have a corner kick coming for the Switchbacks.
It goes over Mike Seth. Good pressure there from Mike Seth. The defender cleared it out, but it's a corner for the Switchbacks, which once again Luke Vercoloni will take.
I believe this will be the. Take a look at this one.
Yeah, just going to go over Seth. He's going to fight for it. Yeah, good play. Corner for the Switchbacks.
Vercoloni with the hand up, approach. There's the cross. Switchbacks got a head on it, and he's down right now. May have took an elbow to the head, did Mike Seth. He's holding his head pretty good, side of his head.
Yeah, Mike Seth rose well there to get his head on the ball. Looks like he took a little bit of a knock. He's not too happy about it. Didn't look like there was anything malicious there. He just rose up to take that header. He might have taken a stray arm in the face, but I didn't see anything too out of the ordinary there from the native of Pittsburgh.
Let's see if we can see a little closer look here. He does head it. You see his head snap down.
Looks like a head-to-head collision there with the defender. Might even have been his own player, actually. Yeah, looks like Aaron King there raised his foot and kicked his teammate right in the face. Unlucky there for the Switchbacks.
Hunter heads the ball out. Vercoloni to Seth. Seth, nice footwork down the sideline to Vercoloni. Vercoloni looking back to give it to Seth. Seth stops, left-footed, gets the ball right back to him. Working against two defenders.
Good play from Mike Seth, but he needs a little bit of support. Taylor Hunter's trying to press up the right-hand wing and support him, but he's just not able to get there in time.
Seth still working hard, and then Vercoloni comes in with a slide tackle. Ball goes out of bounds and will belong to WC2.
Really good play from the Switchbacks so far. The Whitecaps really haven't had any of the ball to start the second half. We're only a couple minutes in, but the Switchbacks have started as they ended the first half. High press, high pressure, really not letting the Whitecaps get out of their own half.
Great play by
Shintaro Harada. That's a very good tackle by Harada.
Oh, he gets the ball into the box and just poked away at the last second. Harada again working hard.
You can see Harada playing with a little bit of an extra chip on his shoulder after that challenge he took in the first half. He's playing fairly, Shintaro Harada. He's a very fair player, but he's playing with that little bit of extra spice that you need from your central midfield players.
Keep an eye on number 30, Ben McKendry, for WC2. He's been holding his knee, laying down on the ground quite a bit here early in this second half.
Good challenge from J.J. Greer, winning the ball back to Mike Seth. Really good step up from J.J. Greer. Yeah, Mike Seth looks like he's still struggling with that hit he took to the face. He looks like he's a little bit dazed. Mike Seth's just trying to get the cobwebs out. I think he's okay. There's no blood coming from his nose or his face yet, but he did take a boot right to the face from his teammates. So we're going to have to keep an eye on Mike Seth to see how long he can continue here.
Sure did. Switchback switched the field. Long pass down the sidelines for Gonzalez, just a little bit too inside, not quite out far enough for Gonzalez to get there.
I think that might have been Bejarano moving down the left, but I couldn't see it there. But it was good switch out from the Switchbacks, looking for that run again from the left-hand side.
Vercoloni working the middle of the field in the circle. Leaves it for Gonzalez.
There's Bejarano there on the left-hand side. Going to play it back to Shintaro Harada. Harada's got Ronnie Argueta in the center circle. He's got Luke Vercoloni, and Ronnie Argueta will just reset. He's played a very, very good game, Ronnie Argueta. We haven't called his name a lot, but that's a good thing. That's what you want from your holding midfield player. He snuffed out the Vancouver Whitecaps attack. He's played very, very well.
Bejarano now down the left side. Here we go. Crossing ball. Taken down in the box that time. Looked like Seth was tangled up with the defender. Couldn't get there.
Good goalkeeping, commanding goalkeeping. He rose to meet the ball at his highest point. It's good goalkeeping there by Spencer Ritchie.
Whitecaps switch the field. They'll work the right side of the pitch in this second half. Vancouver going from south to north here at Sand Creek Stadium.
Switchbacks pressing very high again. You can see they've got a line of three: Aaron King, Mike Seth, and Shintaro Harada now moving into that left forward position, just pressing the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2, trying to not let them have an easy escape out. There's Josh Phillips winning the ball back in front of Caleb Clark.
Ball goes off of the Whitecaps. Throw in coming for the Switchbacks. Bejarano directing traffic. Bounces it in. Gonzalez working against two Whitecaps. Still working hard, and we'll have a foul on Gonzalez. Ball put into play very quickly, and here come the Switchback. Vercoloni with it. Picks it back to his defender, and then back to the goalkeeper, who will send it to midfield.
Switchbacks seem to be winning a lot of these 50-50 balls. They seem to be dropping to the Switchbacks' feet. And here's Vercoloni to start another attack for the Switchbacks. He's got Taylor Hunter making a blasting run down the right-hand wing. Unfortunately, just played it behind the young man on loan from Houston Dynamo. Good play from the Switchbacks. Great run from Taylor Hunter, and unfortunately, Luke Vercoloni wasn't able to find him with the pass.
Throw in, Whitecaps. Haven't called their center back's name quite a lot tonight in Craig Nitty, but he's a big fella back there.
He is. He's a giant man. He's got a lot of size on him, and if they are able to get some corner kicks or maybe able to get some set pieces deep in the Switchbacks half, the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 guys will be defensive guys will be pushing up, trying to get a goal for Vancouver.
Vancouver with possession now, and I want to remind you that all USL regular season and playoff games are available live, free, and in HD on YouTube. Connect with the USL YouTube channel today.
Josh Phillips with the big clearance there. Josh Phillips clearing up as well. He's playing that sort of sweeper position. He's playing very, very well today, Josh Phillips. He's clearing everything that comes anywhere near him. He's leading that defensive line. He's making the Switchback step up on the for the offside trap. He's playing very, very well.
There's another long attempt from Vancouver. Brett Levy in the box. Goes down. No call.
He was able to get inside Taylor Hunter there, and as he was able to pull a shot with his left foot, looks like he might have clipped the leg of Taylor Hunter as he was pulling the trigger there with his left-footed shot. And sportingly, the Switchback's going to play the ball out so that he can receive a little bit of treatment here.
The official checking him out. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, well, you can see, Brett Levis, he just tries to pull the trigger with that left foot, and you can see Taylor Hunter coming across there and just catching his foot as he's trying to make the shot. It didn't look like there was anything malicious in there, and the shot was just able to go a little bit wide.
Looks like he's going to be okay.
Yeah, the Switchbacks played the ball out, so Vancouver's going to throw the ball in, and if they'll sportingly throw it back to the Switchbacks FC here. We'll just play it back to the goalkeeper, and we'll reset.
It's one of the beautiful things about soccer, the sportsmanship, and respecting that if your competitor's down, hurt, you don't want to keep playing on.
The referee's only under the obligation to automatically stop the game if it's a head injury, so it's up to the players to stop the game. They're usually very, very respectful about that. That was good sportsmanship by both teams there. Well done.
Seth with a little pressure, as does Vercoloni.
Well played by Ronnie Argueta.
He's working hard.
He is. He's a very physical player. He doesn't mind a challenge. He doesn't mind getting stuck in. He's very, very strong in the upper body, and he was able to snuff out that attack there.
Back to the possession game for the Whitecaps around the midfield area as they're patiently trying to work it in. They'll use the left side of the field now.
Caleb Clark looks like he's getting anxious. The striker there for Vancouver Whitecaps FC2. He's dropping a little bit deeper for the ball, trying to restart these attacks. That ball is just going to skip off the surface. You can see it almost accelerate when it hits the grass. It's going to skip out there for the Switchbacks for a goal kick. And we've got a substitution here for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Yeah, Jordan Burr is going to be coming on, and he's going to be replacing Taylor Hunter. Taylor Hunter's had a good game. He's been up and down. He's worked very, very hard. And Jordan Burr, another good player. He's got a lot of energy. He's going to come in, slot in here on this right-hand side for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks, play a little right back, and he's going to try to solidify that defense and give the Switchbacks a little bit more coming forward, a little bit of fresh legs coming down the right wing of the Switchbacks.
I think fresh legs being the operative word there as they stay fresh here moving throughout this second half.
And Taylor Hunter had a very, very good game up until this point, so he wasn't taken off for anything that he did wrong. He had a very good game. It's just to try to get the legs of Jordan Bird in there, as we see Aaron King just a little bit offside as he's trying to track down that ball.
WC2 bringing the ball up the field. Sky Sox. I'm looking at the stadium right next door. Switchbacks still pressuring the ball, really trying to anticipate those cross-field passes as well.
They are in another big challenge there from Josh Phillips. He goes in with the left foot, able to get the lucky ricochet for the Switchbacks throw in. Good defense from Josh Phillips. We've called his name a lot today. He's been the outstanding man for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks defense so far.
And the defense has played extremely well, not giving up too many tremendous chances.
I can only remember one save that Devil Agoric had to make under pressure. That was the one in the first half that bounced right in front of him. Apart from that, he's been in catching practice for the goalkeeper so far.
Right. Long ball, harmlessly falls, played back to the keeper.
You can see Devil Agoric there controlling his defense, positioning his defense, and J.J. Greer looking long. Unfortunately, he just mishit that ball.
Setting an opportunity here for Vancouver's Whitecaps.
Josh Phillips with the winning header there, the defensive clearance header again for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. He's putting in a man-of-the-match performance so far, and there's Luke Vercoloni getting stuck in the center of the field. Good tackle from Vercoloni. Unfortunately for him, the ball bounced the Whitecaps FC2 way.
Whitecaps in deep, and the ball skips through the goal box. It'll go out of bounds. Looks like it'll be a goal kick for the Switchbacks.
That was well left there by the combination, the central defensive combination of J.J. Greer and Josh Phillips. They were both facing their own goal. That's an absolute nightmare for a central defender when they're facing their own goal. They were able to smartly lead that ball, let it trickle out of bounds, and Devil Agoric will restart with the goal kick for the Switchbacks.
Agoric, long boot. See who gets his 50-50. That one won by the Whitecaps. Ball down the left-hand side. Good slide tackle
Burt, yep.
by Burt, who just came into this match.
Right into the game, right into the thick of things. Really nice tackle to snuff out the attack there, and he's on it again here.
Burt defending. Whitecaps working the left corner of the field.
We're seeing
back to the center.
We're seeing some good attacking play here from Brett Levis. Brett Levis has been on the ball a lot for the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2, especially down this left-hand side for them. Here he is again, trying to slot the ball through. Ball snuffed out and cleared, but not cleared far enough for the Switchbacks.
A lot of pressure. Last couple of minutes has been spent in the Switchbacks 18.
Good tackle there from Josh Phillips. And again, great block, Josh Phillips. And he is absolutely furious with Clay Bejarano. He's giving Clay Bejarano a piece of his mind for not coming in and helping out. Bejarano was sucked out to the wide area. He did not tuck in and help out Josh Phillips. But look at Josh Phillips here. That's one tackle. Look at this block. He's full stretch here with his right foot to block that ball. And then he gives Clay Bejarano a piece of his mind for not helping out his defensive partner. Really, really good play from Josh Phillips. He's put in a man-of-the-match performance tonight for the Switchbacks FC. Great defending.
You're right. Back come the Whitecaps down the right side of the field. Phillips out to defend. Whitecaps take it back deeper. There's King outside.
It's Gonzalez on the far side, number 10. He's going to cut inside. He's got a couple men. Unfortunately for the Switchbacks, he just let the ball trickle out of bounds there. Throw in for the Whitecaps. Don't forget,
I'd like to know, have you soccer fans visited the new USLsoccer.com? Get the latest news and live stats and check out the new social media hub. We do, and here come the Switchbacks. Burt with the ball wide open. No one's picking him up down the right-hand side of the field. Burt with the right foot tries to meg the defender, doesn't quite get it through as the ball is taken back by Vancouver.
Good offensive run there from Jordan Burt. He's come in, he's taken over right where Taylor Hunter has left off. And that's a fantastic pass through. Well done, Devil-Agoric playing the sweeper keeper position. You know, Devil-Agoric's idol is Iker Casillas, the goalkeeper from Real Madrid. And Iker Casillas was known when he in his younger days for coming out and snuffing out attacks. That was really, really well done by Devil-Agoric. He saw the pressure there. Manuel Neuer-esque, he comes off of his line. He plays the sweeper keeper. He helps out his defender. Josh Phillips was languishing with the pace. Caleb Clark was in behind, and the goalkeeper was able to help the Switchbacks out, who are now on the attack, with Ronnie Argueta finding himself in a more advanced position than he would like as he turns back and resets the ball for Luke Vercoloni.
Going back to that play, we really got a sense of how quick Caleb Clark is for Vancouver. Great play by the keeper to come out, as you said, to knock that one away from the speedy Caleb Clark.
He had to. He had beaten Josh Phillips for pace. J.J. Greer had been pushed up the field, so that was really, really good defense.
Switchbacks now in deep. Had a chance. We've got a call. I guess we're going to have an offsides call, looks like.
We're going to have an offsides call against Aaron King. Yeah, we can see here Devil-Agoric playing the sweeper keeper. Look at this ball over the top. Caleb Clark's going through, and look at Devil-Agoric come out. Not today, son. Not today. Really, really good play from Devil-Agoric. He's commanding that defensive line, and when he needs to come off his line, he's more than comfortable to do it. Really good goalkeeping from the Switchbacks.
Ball played in the middle of the field, controlled by Vancouver Whitecaps FC2.
It's a pretty long name, isn't it? I gotta say, yeah.
I'm going to just WC2 go. Oh, we got a break here. Here comes Mike Seth. Crosses the ball to Vercoloni. Can he get there?
It's run a little bit wide for Luke, unfortunately, and the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 are going to be able to clear that ball again.
And the ball will go out of bounds, belonging to Colorado Springs. Bejarano will throw the ball in. Bounces it on a hop to Gonzalez. Back to Bejarano. Ball deflected.
I'm sorry, Vince, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say sent down the length of the field.
Well, the Switchbacks, I just was going to say, have been very, very impressive so far, but on the scoreboard, it's not really reflecting it so far. They've only got the 1-goal lead. They've got the advantage in shots. They've got the advantage in possession, but they need to get another goal to put this game away so that the Whitecaps FC2 are not able to get a cheap goal, able to get something easy, maybe a deflected shot, maybe a mishandled ball in the conditions with the rain, and get a tie. They really, really need to extend their lead here.
Gorick, a nice punt off the defender. Jordan Burt with an opportunity. Pressures.
Another high press from the Switchbacks. Good press. Caleb Clark here is going to get a little bit of space for the Whitecaps. Well held up by the striker there for Vancouver.
Switchbacks getting back quickly to defend. And as you said, you have to be careful. You can't just nurse that 1-0 lead. It's a game of inches. Anything can happen at any given time. Defender falls down, goalie falls down. Your goal number 2 would be huge at this point, stating the obvious.
It would really, really help the Switchbacks relax. It would help them settle the ball down. You can see they're getting a little bit fidgety in possession. Well taken down there by Caleb Clark, but it was J.J. Greer coming across on the cover. He boots that ball out of the stadium. That was a nice move by Vancouver. Caleb Clark is finding himself a little bit more space, a little bit more freedom in behind the Switchbacks, as the Switchbacks are getting a little bit nervous, giving the possession away a little bit, and the Whitecaps FC2 are going to have a corner kick here. The Whole Foods corner kick here for the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2.
Looks like that will be taken by Andre Lewis, who just came in this half. Right-footed boot, bounces once in the box, and then really kicked out of bounds. It looked to me like that went off the Vancouver team, but they're going to give it to Vancouver. Throw in Whitecaps FC2. Players bunched up just outside the box. Long ball now sent out by the Switchbacks. Goes out of bounds. Possession, Whitecaps. Whitecaps switching the field, all at the top of the box, and then kick back out, controlled by Vancouver. Crossing pass to a wide open player on the right-hand side. Bejarano defending. gets past Gorick, and then nicely man on the spot for Colorado Springs, trying to catch that number there.
That was J.J. Greer with the clearance. He swung his left foot at it, and it took a bit of a lucky hop for him. Honestly, he could have gone into his own net there with that wild swing that he took there. J.J. Greer just swinging his left foot at this ball, and it's going to go out for a Vancouver corner kick. You can see him just swinging his left foot at that one there, and the corner kick was cleared up the field for the Switchbacks, and the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 will reset with a throw. And again, still putting the pressure on the Switchbacks. Much better play here from the Whitecaps in the last few minutes. Maybe those substitutions had something to do with it. Clay Bejarano is going to be called here on the foul.
And you saw back at that near miss, the man on the spot again was Caleb Clark. And now we're having a little bit of an altercation.
It's Andre Lewis, yeah, Andre Lewis and Clay Bejarano. Andre Lewis, the substitute for Vancouver. He came in, he was fouled by Clay Bejarano, and then he decided to get in Bejarano's face about it. You can see Bejarano here with the high foot. Yeah, he just pushed him off. He's held him back. He's pushed him off. He's run into him, and Andre Lewis didn't really appreciate that very much. The referee, I think, is just going to take the pulse of the game, call both players over, maybe have them shake hands. I don't think anything bad happened. He's got both captains over there. That's good refereeing, and it will reset here with the Vancouver with the Vancouver free kick.
Andre Lewis will take the kick for the Whitecaps as they set up in the box. Switchbacks matching up. Actually, that's number 32, Marco Bustos, going to take the kick.
He's a quality player. He's going to whip it in with his left foot.
Ball's in. Ball's loose in the box.
And it's Aaron King that it'll fall to. He'll look to try to clear here for the Switchbacks. If they can clear it quickly, they have a break.
He does that. Gonzalez trying to get there. Ball played back to the keeper, Richie. Richie brings it down, and he will send it down the field.
The parent team of the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2, the Vancouver Whitecaps, are leading right now in Los Angeles 1-0 at the halftime against the LA Galaxy. Another impressive result, this time on the road for the Whitecaps, for the parent team of Vancouver here. So any Whitecaps fans, any Vancouver fans out there watching this broadcast, know that your parent club, know that your big brother club, as it were, is doing very, very well and continuing what has been a very, very impressive season so far in MLS.
Switchbacks to throw the ball in, far side in front of their own bench. Bejarano with the throw, deep throw, and right to the foot of a Vancouver Whitecap. And here come the Whitecaps FC2 across midfield. Ball being dribbled in, cross it over.
Nice strike there, leaning back a little bit. That was again excuse me here, I'm looking for his name. It was just leaning back. That was Brett Levis again, leaning back, got his head a little bit back, and that shot's going to fly over the net from Devil Legoric's net. You can see here he's given the space, he's leaning back just a little bit, snatches at that shot. No need for a save from Devil Legoric, but again, that's worrisome for the Switchbacks. Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 playing better and better. They're pushing farther forward. They're starting to get more and more shots toward goal and starting to get more and more chances. This is definitely a worrying time for the Switchbacks.
Nice header clear by the Switchbacks. King looking for it. Seth had a chance. Down to the foot of Gonzalez. Harada, nice ball to Jordan Burt. The touch a little strong. Just lost control there just momentarily. A little too strong on the first touch.
Bit of a heavy touch, as you say. Defender was able to come across and clear, but no worries for the Switchbacks. They'll reset here with a throw in deep in the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 half.
Burt to throw in the ball. Looking for Vercoloni. Back to Burt. Here comes the big right, and he just kind of shanked it. Goes clear over the screen and into security service field.
We'll be polite and we'll blame that one on the conditions. It looked like it just slipped off the outside of his foot there. He was trying to wrap his right foot around it. Just got off the outside of his foot, straight out for a goal kick for the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2. And we've got another substitution here for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Looks like we're going to have Mike Seth coming out to be replaced by Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson is a good player. He's got a low center of gravity. He's got a really, really high energy motor. He looks like a guy almost all the time that's just drank an entire case of Red Bull. And Mike Seth is going to come out here. Remember, Mike Seth took that boot to the face from his teammate,
right,
and the referee is going to go and usher Mike Seth off. I don't think he really realizes that Mike Seth is still a little bit cobwebbed here. He's going to get Mike Seth off. But that's a good substitution for the Switchbacks. Nate Robinson, he's a small guy, like I said, but he's very dynamic. He's very quick. He moves well. He's got good vision, and he's going to try to support the attack as often as he can. He's coming out initially to the right-hand side with the switchbacks.
And you called it earlier. We're approaching that 70th minute, and true to form, Coach Tritchu likes to get some fresh people in around that same time in each of these matches.
He does. He really likes to change it up, and I wouldn't be surprised, as usual, to see Marty Mabin perhaps come in for Aaron King as a substitution. Aaron King has played very well. He scored the goal for the switchbacks. He looks like he's beginning to start to labor a little bit. I mean, he has been isolated, and the lone striker does do a lot of work. Steve Tritchu's got a couple more substitutions in his locker, and we may well see those here within the next 5-10 minutes possibly.
And how impressive is that, the confidence that he must have in his bench players to come in. This is only a 1-0 match right now. Anything could happen. So these guys are coming in, 20 minutes to go, and they are bringing a lot of energy to the game, but they've also been sitting around for 3 hours.
They have, and he's doing a good job with the substitutions, spacing them out and bringing in the right players. Coach Tritchu does a good job with that.
Become a fan of the USL on Facebook for exclusive league news and interactive content. Facebook is the place to be. Come on, be a fan of the USL.
I think one of the great things also getting back to the switchback substitutions is in some of these U.S. Open Cup games and some of these road games, Coach Tritchu has rotated his team. He's brought in different players, as we see a substitution happening here for Vancouver. He's brought in different players, and that's kept everyone fit. Ben McKendry is going to be coming out with Mackenzie Pridham coming in for Vancouver Whitecaps FC2. Substitution again, trying to get a little bit more push forward. He's going to come right up, play a secondary striker next to Caleb Clark. The Whitecaps are really throwing it all at the switchbacks here and trying to get that equalizing goal.
And here they come. Vancouver on the march down the right-hand side. All stopped. Nice bit of defending. Argueta.
Well played from Ronnie Argueta, just sweeping up, and now Shintaro Harada is going to look wide for the new man, Nate Robinson, who's just going to have to track back. And it's going to bounce over his head. That's unlucky. Just skipped off the surface there.
We've seen that a little bit tonight from a lot of the switchbacks players. Some of those passes not quite going far enough forward behind the player.
Yeah, we have seen that. The conditions have played a little bit into that, and also just how fast and how well the switchbacks wingbacks have been pushing up the field. It's often been stranding and isolating their midfield, but the switchbacks have done well to rotate back on defense.
Jordan Burke controls it for Colorado Springs. He'll boot it down the right-hand side, right to the center back for Vancouver FC2, Chris Serbin. Excuse me, Craig Nitty.
He's a giant man back there.
I was going to say, he is a big fella.
Yeah, he's a large man.
Ball played down and then kicked out by Colorado Springs, controlled by Vancouver.
We talked earlier in the broadcast about how much the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC would miss Saeed Robinson. They'd miss the presence of him. They'd miss the speed of him. So far on the scoreboard, they haven't missed him. They've been definitely keeping the game a little bit more compact. They don't have Saeed Robinson's pace to get in behind the Whitecaps, but they've done a very, very good job of keeping the game in front of them, of keeping Vancouver FC contained. And I think that even though the injury to Saeed Robinson is never something you want to have, the Switchbacks have played very, very well in his absence. They're dying to welcome him back. Everyone hopes he gets back as soon as possible. But they've done very, very well in the absence of a player who's been one of their best so far this season.
Long ball in, headed away nicely by the Switchbacks.
J.J. Greer there with the initial header. Now it's falling to Nate Robinson, who's going to run up the right wing. He's got a lot of pace. Like I said, he's got a ton of energy, Nate Robinson. He's a very, very energetic player.
Great ball inside to King. King gives it back to Gonzalez. Over to...
That's Nate Robinson continuing his run. Unfortunately, he just wasn't able to get on the end of the pass there. Really, really good pass from Miguel Gonzalez. Good interplay there. Another good attack there from Aaron King, taking the defender away. Unfortunately, they just weren't able to work that ball free for a shot. Really, really good play there from the newest substitute, Nate Robinson.
How soon do you think we'll start seeing Vancouver push up? You'll see their center backs, they'll start really taking some more chances.
They will start to gamble as we see the switchbacks here. Gonzalez with a nice little ball, feathered it in. Unfortunately, that first touch just took Robinson out of his shooting range. That was a really, really good pass there from Miguel Gonzalez. Good look there. And, well, you know, to get back to your question, I think Vancouver, they've already started to push a couple players forward. They brought in another striker, but they're maintaining this defensive line here. Now they've got two center backs, 2 wing backs. They've got the 4 players across their defensive line with 2 holding midfielders. I don't think it's really necessary to have these 2 holding midfielders so late in the game when you're trailing a goal. So we might see one of these midfielders turn into a secondary striker. We may even see more substitutions from Vancouver.
Vancouver with the ball and possession deep in their zone. Good pressure from Vercoloni. More pressure. Agueda. I like how the Switchbacks are not just falling back to play defense. They are still forcing the issue, making Vancouver have to make some quality passes and take some chances.
Indeed, and that's one of the reasons why we're still seeing these 2 holding midfielders from Vancouver. They're still scared of the Switchbacks pushing forward.
You like the uniforms the Switchbacks are wearing? Nike is a proud partner of the USL. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike soccer information. Nice tackle there. Gonzalez didn't take too kindly to that, but up in a hurry to play a little defense.
Yeah, it looked a little rough there. Nothing from the referee, but it looked like there could have been a foul there.
Here comes Whitecaps FC 2. Ball put into the box.
J.J. Greer slipped for a moment there. He was able to regain his composure and able to clear there with his left foot. Good play from J.J. Greer.
Heads up. Did not let the striker get possession of that ball and turn and do anything with it. Solid game for Greer tonight. Ball poked away. Here comes Harada.
Nice move.
Gets around one man and then sends a long ball right on the foot. But King, Robinson inside the box. The strike goes wide left.
Unlucky from Nate Robinson.
He had him wide on the far post.
He pulled it with his left foot. It was sort of a half a cross, half a shot as the Switchbacks are making another substitution here. That was really, really unlucky. Really, really good play from the Switchbacks. They broke fast. They broke quickly. They broke cleanly. You can see Aaron King. He slides a perfectly weighted pass into the run of Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson takes one touch, fires it across, caught maybe between 2 minds. No save from the goalkeeper. The ball runs out wide as we see Aaron King coming off for the aforementioned Marty Maben, the native of Belfast, Northern Ireland. Aaron King has played fantastically tonight. He was able to get the lone goal for the Switchbacks. His work ethic, his hold-up play is improving game by game, something that Coach Tritchie will be very happy with as he embraces his striker on the sideline. And now we see Marty Maben, a very, very tenacious, physical, active striker coming in here for the last 15 minutes and change just to try to ruffle some feathers among the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 defensive line.
Boy, what a pass from Shintaro Harada to set that up to Aaron King right on his foot in stride. Great touch. I'd like to see more of that here. Late stages of this second half as Vancouver controls the ball again.
And now we'll see the freshness from Marty Maben. You know, Aaron King coming out. Aaron King was instrumental in that last attack, but Aaron King has been slowing down a little bit recently. I mean, he's played 75 minutes here. So now we've got Marty Maben. The Switchbacks have got Marty Maben in the game. Marty Maben here is going to be on the end of this one.
He gets his first touch. Nice pass back.
Well done. Vercoloni here. Yeah, Luke Vercoloni over to Shintaro Harada.
Back inside the box, gets through. Big center back.
Unlucky there for Marty Maben. Looked like he was trying to take one touch, move, pirouette around the center back and reconnect with the ball. Just went a little bit heavy for him though. But Marty Maben already involved in the game after just coming on a few seconds ago.
The Whitecaps keeper not at all happy, yelling at his defenders back there for letting that go in. Here comes Robinson. He's got a wide open right side of the field again. He's got Maben in the center. Passes to Maben. Got the right foot, back over to Robinson. Robinson going to be called for offside.
Nate Robinson just straight a little bit there. I don't think, honestly, he was expecting that ball back so fast from Marty Maben. Marty Maben took the touch well. He turned inside. You can see here Marty Maben surveying the field. And yep, that's a great look by our camera crew. That's a fantastic look by our camera crew. Nate Robinson and just straight offside there for the Switchbacks.
Well, the Switchbacks back on the attack. Vercoloni, Gonzalez, nice tuck back to himself. Over to Bejarano.
A lot of room here for Clay Bejarano.
Here he comes.
A lot of room.
Quick left into the box. Just cannot get through. Looking for Gonzalez at the top.
Way too much room.
Oh, great anticipation by Argueta. Inside back to Vercoloni. Vercoloni, the left footer. It's a goal! That is a Switchback goal! as they jump on the back of the captain. A quick strike with the left foot.
It was a deflected shot. It took a deflection some way through there. I couldn't tell if it was a Whitecaps FC2 defender or if that was off of a Switchbacks player. But Luke Vercoloni there with his unfavored foot, his left foot, he takes it down. As we see here on the replay, look at him getting the crowd fired up. And look at Luke Vercoloni taking a touch. Left foot off of the calf of the defender. The goalkeeper gets a left hand to it, but there's nothing he can do. Luke Vercoloni, the captain of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. 2-0 Switchbacks, 78 minutes. And that's going to be this game almost wrapped up.
Well, that's what we talked about. Boy, they pressured. And look at Vercoloni kept going again. He's charged up. He's got the crowd to standing. He's got his players fired up. That's what they needed. That second goal is huge tonight, Roland.
Luke Vercoloni is the leader of the Switchbacks team. He's the inspirational leader. He's the spiritual leader. He's the emotional leader. He leads this team. He's one of the elder statesmen on this team. He's someone that all the players look up to. That was a fantastic captain's goal from Luke Vercoloni. Right place, right time, supporting his strikers as we see the Switchbacks whip a ball in here. Unfortunately, it comes to nothing from Marnie Maben, but that's fantastic play from Luke Vercoloni in the right place at the right time once again. With his center of gravity low as usual, he was able to take the strike with his left foot, not his favorite foot, and it was able to find the net, deflection and all. Really, really good goal from Luke Vercoloni. And this is a player who's been on these USL teams of the week all the time. I wouldn't be surprised to see him make another one. Really good play from Vercoloni. He's been one of the most impressive players on the field tonight.
Switchbacks continue to pressure deep in the Vancouver zone. Whitecaps FC2 finally break out, and they are on the attack. They get the ball to the guy they've been looking for all night long, Caleb Clark, who swings that left foot just wide of the net, and it's going to be a goal kick for Colorado Springs.
Good play from Caleb Clark as we have a substitution here for the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2.
Coming out, looks like it's going to be...
Coming into the game is going to be Jovan Blagovic.
And Victor Blasco is going out. And the referee blows the whistle as we get back to action here. Don't forget, Switchbacks fans, to follow at USL on Twitter to become a league insider, join club conversations, and have a chance at exclusive giveaways. Follow at USL on Twitter. Another substitution, Roland.
Yeah, another substitution now for the Switchbacks FC. Coming into the game, we're going to have Kevin Durr is going to be coming in, and he's going to be replacing Miguel Gonzalez. Really, really good shift from Miguel Gonzalez. He played hard, he played well, he played fair. That's a good substitution just to get a couple fresh legs on here. We're actually going to be bringing on Davey Armstrong. That looks like Davey Armstrong to me. That's going to be Davey Armstrong. I think the referee might have gotten the number wrong there on his little board. It's Davey Armstrong coming in for the Switchbacks. He'll add a little bit more physicality, a little bit more of a defensive presence here for the last 10 minutes and change of this game.
Again, I can't say enough about the substitutions tonight have been really paying off for the Switchbacks. The energy level that these guys have brought into this second half, late in this second half, the Vancouver club cannot keep up with that intensity.
They can't match it. And you know, Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 should be. This is the team from MLS. This is the team with the MLS players. They've got players going to MLS. They've got players dropping down to come to this who have been playing in MLS to help in this game. And it's the Switchbacks who are all over them right now. The Switchbacks who are dictating the play, and the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC who are winning 2-0. This is a very, very impressive result for the home team. It should hold out. You know, look at that again.
Defending.
Look at that again. I mean, he's been absolutely fantastic, Josh Phillips. My man of the match so far. Been very, very commanding. He hasn't had a hand in any of the goals, but he hasn't needed to. He's done what he's needed to do very, very well. He's led the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC defensive line, and so far they're posting a clean sheet, which will be a very, very good news to Devil Agoric and the rest of the Switchbacks.
And again, they're possessing the ball around midfield, keeping it away from the Whitecaps FC2, taking more of that time off the clock. Great poke there by Vercoloni to take the ball away. Back in possession, however, of Vancouver. Nice deflection.
Luke Vercoloni's done excellently tonight. One of the most impressive players on the field. He's led by example. That badge on his arm, the captain's arm, and that's not just a band around his arm. He takes that responsibility very, very seriously to lead these gentlemen out here. He's done very, very well tonight. He's led from the front, and he's been the inspiration for the Switchbacks. He's been all over the field, offensive midfield, defensive midfield. He's been pushed out to the left in the first half. He came out to the right, and now the Switchbacks have a great opportunity here.
Bringing the ball down the field very quickly, dribbling the entire way. and then it drops it off, and we've got another goal.
Marty Maben.
Maben there, I believe that may have been Argueta. I'm not sure, with that beautiful run down the field, and then the perfect strike to Maben, who just buried it in the back of the net.
Wonderful play from Marty Maben. He stayed onside. He kept himself onside. It was a fast break here. Looks like Davey Armstrong, the substitute to me. Davey Armstrong coming in. He plays the ball off Marty Maben with his instep. Almost hits off of his heel, but that's a fantastic finish from the man from Northern Ireland, the man from Belfast, one of my favorite cities in the world. That's a fantastic finish from Marty Maben. 3-0 Colorado Springs Switchbacks. No chance back now for the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2. This game is over. This game is done. It's just a question of whether the Switchbacks will be able to hold on to the clean sheet. 3-0 Switchbacks. 3 points for the Switchbacks, and let's see if they're able to keep that clean sheet on the board.
Listen, I'm sounding like a broken record here, but again, those were 2 substitutions late into this game. Huge difference.
They paid off as we have another look here at the goal on the Xfinity replay. Look at that pass. Slides it perfectly into the run of Marty Maben. He gets it right past the defender, right past the goalkeeper into the far side of the net, wheels away in celebration, as he's been doing very often recently, Marty Maben. That's a really, really good goal from the striker. That'll help his confidence, and it'll help out the confidence of his teammates. Great play from the Switchbacks, and as you said, Vince, both substitutes combining there right after they'd come on. Great substitution there from Steve Turchu, as Ronnie Argueta loses the ball there and right in front of his defensive line, and the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 are able to break, and he wins the ball back cleanly right on the edge of his box. Fantastic play. Fantastic tackle from Ronnie Argueta. He lost the ball in the first place, so it was up to him to make that tackle, but he made a great saving tackle there in the end.
Vancouver continues to put on pressure. Down 3-0. Good block that time. And Robinson. Vercoloni is trying to be patient and getting the ball out. Shintaro Rada. Left side, wide open field, and here come the Switchbacks again. Bejarano.
Looking out there for Davey Armstrong, the man who set up the third goal, for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
Really quick feet from Armstrong over there, keeping the defender second guessing. Vercoloni. Little touch pass.
All the Switchbacks need to do now, as we can see them going back, is hold the ball. Vancouver can't score if the Switchbacks hold the ball. I know it sounds simple, but there's no need to attack. They just need to keep the ball, as Ronnie Argueta is doing there with his upper body strength. Nobody's going to shrug Ronnie Argueta off the ball, especially not tonight.
Long ball deep into Vancouver zone.
Marty Maben there.
I think he was called for offside.
He was. He strayed offside a little bit, but he's running himself into the ground already, even though he's just been on a couple minutes. And we're seeing another substitution here for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
They are using the bench tonight.
They are. Luke Vercoloni, the captain, he's going to get a bit of a rest, and Kevin Durr is going to come in, the midfielder. That's a good substitution. Luke Vercoloni's picked up a couple yellow cards this season. This is a way to keep him clean, keep him healthy for the next game. And the Switchbacks, this is the beginning of 4 games in 11 days with the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. To be able to take out one of their elder statesmen who salutes the crowd, who salutes the faithful here at Sand Creek Stadium, to be able to take Luke Vercoloni out as he gives his coach a warm embrace, and Woldy Harris, the assistant coach, a warm embrace on the sideline. Really, really excellent play from Luke Vercoloni tonight, and it's a golden opportunity for Steve Turchu to be able to take his captain out and give him an extra 5-10 minutes of rest here just to end this game.
Well, you mentioned that the Switchbacks have a tough schedule ahead. They're all at home, but they play a lot of games. They're back in action Wednesday night right here at Sand Creek Stadium against Portland.
They are. They have Portland Timbers too. They have a ton of games coming up. They have a U.S. Open Cup game up in Denver against the Colorado Rapids coming up. The Switchbacks, 4 games in 11 days. That's a lot. But then again, Vancouver Whitecaps are going to be on a plane heading to Oklahoma City to take on the Energy after this game. So Vancouver's in the same position as the Colorado Springs Switchbacks, but the Switchbacks weren't supposed to have that game on Wednesday. That's the makeup of the game that was rained out against Portland. So the fixtures are really starting to stack up here for the Switchbacks, but with victories like this, 3-0 so far, 3 points on the board, no problem. Happy days here in Colorado Springs for the Switchbacks.
As we approach the 87th minute in this match, well in hand are the Switchbacks, as Vancouver trying to get a late tally here, but I do not see any letdown whatsoever. Great tackle. They're going to get called for a foul there.
That's unlucky from the referee. You know, I don't really understand what the referee's doing here. Josh Phillips has come. This makes me almost as upset as Josh Phillips is right now, to be honest with you. He's had a fantastic game. The referee hasn't pulled out his card, even though he's had multiple and much better opportunities to pull out his card. Josh Phillips comes in here on a hard challenge, wins the ball. Let's take it. remind you, wins the ball, and the referee gives him a yellow card. Unnecessary here from the referee, as we can see the replay here. Look at Josh Phillips come in, wins the ball. I mean, come on.
Wins the ball.
This is a physical game. There's got to be some contact. You know, we're not playing badminton. There has to be something going on here on the field. Josh Phillips, that was a clean tackle. He won the ball, and you can see why he's upset. I'm upset too. There's no reason for the referee to yellow card him there, especially after what he let go in the first half.
Absolutely. Free kick coming for the Whitecaps FC2. Left-footed shot put into the box, rolls around, still controlled by Vancouver. Up, and what a great one-handed tip by our goaltender, Gorick, as he saves a goal for Colorado Springs.
88th minute, Devil Agoric. He rises majestically like that one, like a trout rising out of a lake. Look at this from Devil Agoric, rising up with his right hand to swat this ball over, left hand, excuse me, to swat this ball over. Wonderful play from Devil Agoric as he comes out and punches the corner kick away. Really, really good play from Devil Agoric to try to maintain that clean sheet.
The Whole Foods corner kick does not go in. Ball goes behind the in line, and Colorado Springs will have possession with a goal kick.
Good save from Devil Agoric. You know, he's going to take his time now. He's going to wind it down. We're entering the 89th minute here in Colorado Springs at Sand Creek Stadium. Good save from Devil Agoric. It was a very, very good opportunity for Vancouver. Sadly for them, their best opportunity of the night, entering almost the 90th minute. But it was a very, very good save from the Colorado Springs Switchbacks goalkeeper to maintain the clean sheet here for the home team.
Ball up, won by Vancouver, but it goes out of bounds and it'll belong to the Switchbacks. Burt will throw it in.
Good pressure from Marty Maben. Jordan Burt will take this throw in here. The Switchbacks, we're just about to see how much stoppage time we have. I wouldn't imagine we would have any more than 4 minutes, but as we saw, and we will have exactly 4 minutes, as we saw in the Champions League final today between Juventus and Barcelona. The referee was making up extra time as he went along. He said 5 minutes. We went into the 7th minute, 97th minute, 98th minute. Nothing ended up happening, but that game seemed to go on forever, so we'll see what happens here.
Again, where I'm a little biased, but 4 minutes of stoppage time. I can't remember why we haven't had that much stoppage here in the second half. Nonetheless, play continues as Vancouver clears it out, but the Switchbacks keep it in. Another chance here, perhaps, for Colorado Springs. Ball goes outside.
Good play from Marty Maben to work it out for Nate Robinson. Drops it back to Jordan Burt. He's going to cross it in.
Oh, great diving attempt that time. And we have a corner kick.
We do have a corner kick. We do. That was a bit unlucky there on the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. You know, Ronnie Argueta is breaking his neck to get in here. That's Davey Armstrong, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. That's Davey Armstrong, the substitute there. Looks like he was tugged back a little bit. Don't think it was enough for a penalty kick to be called in this situation, especially not at 3-0. And we got the Heineken corner kick here, ladies and gentlemen. Heineken corner kick.
Short corner. Just trying to kill some time. Run a little clock here.
Heineken.
Yeah. Just like to say that Heineken corner.
I love a nice cold Heineken. That's a foul throw, ladies and gentlemen, and the referee's going to let that one go. I think the Whitecaps may have been thinking about getting an early Heineken themselves here.
Ball now controlled, switching the field are the Whitecaps FC2.
As we enter stoppage time here at Sand Creek Stadium, 4 minutes.
Burt with the pressure, keeping Vancouver pinned in. Maben doing his part as well.
They're going to be desperate, the Colorado Springs Switchbacks, to hold on to this clean sheet. Absolutely desperate. You can see Coach Steve Tritchie imploring his defensive line to push up, maintain the 4 across the back as they desperately want to keep this clean sheet. It's not just about the goalkeeper. The clean sheets don't just go to the goalkeeper. They go to the whole team as Clay Bejarano's trying to get the fans pumped up here on the far side, and they respond in turn.
Good faithful crowd stuck around through the rain delay, still in their seats, waiting for the final seconds to tick off the clock here in this stoppage time. With the ball, and it's out of bounds off Bejarano. Vancouver to throw it in. Quick throw. Great pressure again that time, and anticipation by Josh Phillips. Ball back in Colorado Springs in. Gorick settles it. Taps it to his right and then just boots it across midfield. Ball bounces. Vancouver comes up with it. Little touch pass down the left-hand side. Here come the Whitecaps, but it's going to be stopped and broken up by your Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Jordan Burt kicking that one out.
Switchbacks here. Ronnie Argueta bringing the ball forward. He's had a very, very strong game. And look at the defensive midfielder here. Nobody's closing him down, so he's thinking to himself, sure, I'll have a little run and I'll make a little pass. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Finding himself in an unusual position there. Ronnie Argueta, really, really good offensive run there from the usual holding midfielder for the Switchbacks. As that sort of sums up Vancouver's night, to be honest with you. They played hard. That was a good pass, a good hard pass. Player just didn't look the ball into his foot. It bounces out of bounds, and the Switchbacks are going to be able to have a throw in here. That was a bit unlucky for the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2.
Long name again.
Yes, it is. We're gonna move on.
Bejarana kicks it back to Phillips, and he will send it the length of the field, headed out and in possession to Colorado Springs. They have really won a lot of the 50-50 balls tonight, been very aggressive. Even up 3 goals, they're still battling for those 50-50 balls.
They are. The Switchbacks are doing well, but Vancouver has never stopped trying. They've never stopped trying to attack. They've never stopped putting pressure on the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. It's been an impressive performance from the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2, but the Colorado Springs Switchbacks have just been at that extra level. They've gotten the bounce of the ball. They might have gotten a little bit lucky on a couple of challenges. They've gotten the rub of the green a little bit, and let's not forget they're at home. The Switchbacks are deserved winners. Vancouver's played okay tonight. They have played okay. They shouldn't hold their heads low, but the Switchbacks are well-deserved 3-0 winners so far.
When the season started and we talked to ownership and coaches, it was very important to hold serve in your home matches, and they have done that very well this year. Coach Tritchu even said yesterday out at practice, I asked him, honestly, Coach, are you about where you thought you would be? You behind or you ahead? Right away, without hesitation, we're ahead of where I thought we would be at this point in time, which says a lot about this team, about the organization, and about that final whistle.
3-0 Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. A really, really impressive performance. Great goalkeeping from Devil Agoric. Great captain play from Luke Furcoloni. Goals all around for the Switchbacks FC. 3-0 Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC 3. Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2-0 here at Sand Creek Stadium. A wonderful win and a wonderful 3 points for the Switchbacks.
It was a wonderful, well-played game from start to finish. Despite that weather delay over an hour, it did not seem to phase our Colorado Springs Switchbacks as they came out and struck for a goal early in that first half after the rain delay, and then it was all, I wouldn't say all Switchbacks in the second half. There was a good probably 10-15 minutes that Vancouver really was applying some heated pressure.
They played well. They passed the ball around well. They had some good interaction, and they looked for Caleb Clark a lot. Unfortunately, Caleb Clark, he really plied a lone furrow up there tonight. He ran his socks off. He played really, really well. He tried to get on the end of every single pass. Unfortunately, he just wasn't able to get any of those balls into the net. Devil Agoric came up with a fantastic save in the second half to maintain that clean sheet. He led his defensive line really, really well. It was a great performance by the Switchbacks. An okay performance by the Vancouver Whitecaps. They're off to Oklahoma City now to take on the Energy, and the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC will stay at home to take on the Portland Timbers 2, on Wednesday evening.
Well, it's going to be a happy Colorado Springs Switchbacks club. They will celebrate tonight, and they'll be back to work again. As Roland said, we need to take a break, but we will be back to wrap this thing up here from Sand Creek Stadium. Switchbacks 3, Vancouver 0.
At Whole Foods Market, values matter. So the fresh fruits and vegetables we sell support organic and sustainable farming, grown locally on over 1,000 U.S. farms, and globally with our ethical trade program. Rated for sustainability and grown by people with responsible farming practices, like Staley Farms Organics. Because to us, value is inseparable from values. Whole Foods Market, America's healthiest grocery store.
Discover real people, finding self-reflection, dreams of superpowers, and the strength and courage of Batman. Tragedies become superpowers that each superhero can overcome. What would Batman do? Stand and fight. Legend of the Night, only on CET.
Kaiser Permanente, everything you need is under one roof.
Awesome. We did all right, man.
Another way care and coverage together makes life easier. Okay, a little easier. Become a member of Kaiser Permanente because together we thrive.
Women are proving through history that they're a valuable asset on and off the battlefield. Discover this amazing documentary as it chronicles women in the military. A Vision of Valor. Women Warriors, all this month on Comcast Entertainment Television.
This is a message from your inner athlete. Registration is now open for Colorado's largest sports festival, the 2015 Rocky Mountain State Games. Competition takes place July 17th through the 19th and July 24th through the 26th. Choose from over 40 sports. All ages and skill levels can compete. Register now at RockyMountainStateGames.org or call for more information. Come out and compete, win a medal, and join the excitement at the 2015 Rocky Mountain State Games.
Shake off the winter cold by warming up your body with yoga. Kelly Moore will lead you through poses transforming your body and mind. Feel the sunshine on your skin as she instructs breath techniques, muscle control, and releasing tension. Living Yoga now in stunning HD, only on Comcast Entertainment Television.
Happy times here at Sand Creek Stadium in beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado, as the Colorado Springs Switchback FC prevail tonight 3-0 over the Vancouver Whitecap FC 2. What a great time tonight. Again, all around great performance by all Sky Sox players and coaches. My partner, Roland Vargas, is standing by with a special guest on the field. Roland?
Here with Devila Goric. Devila, some great saves in the second half. How happy are you with able to keep the clean sheet?
I mean, I'm just in bliss right now because of after the last game, I felt like we deserved, the 1 point. We had a disappointing loss. And we had the goal to go out there and just really smash this team. And as a group, I feel amazed about our defense. Our back four, we kept it clean, and I was able to make the saves I needed, and we finished the way we did.
It's your first home game. First game in 11 days. First game out of 4 in 11 days. What's it like to get the victory today?
I think it's really big right now. We got a tough schedule ahead. I think it's going to be our most important month of the year. And so to get this, to go into the next couple games, this gives us a big advantage, big confidence boost. And as a team, we're just going to keep battling like that.
Devila, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Third shutout of the season for Devila Goric. Great job between the pipes tonight as the Colorado Springs Switchbacks pitched the shutout 3-0. Great moment just a few moments ago down in the field. All the Switchback players coming out of the dressing room, talking to the young fans here on the sidelines. Again, great atmosphere. You really need to come out here and take a look at this soccer club. They are up and coming. We're going to have highlights and stats of this soccer match coming up right after this break. Again, the Switchbacks are victorious tonight, 3-0.
At Whole Foods Market, values matter. So the fresh fruits and vegetables we sell support organic and sustainable farming, grown locally on over 1,000 U.S. farms, and globally with our ethical trade program. Rated for sustainability and grown by people with responsible farming practices, like Staley Farms Organics. Because to us, value is inseparable from values. Whole Foods Market, America's healthiest grocery store.
Discover real people, finding self-reflection, dreams of superpowers, and the strength and courage of Batman. Tragedies become superpowers that each superhero can overcome. What would Batman do? Stand and fight. Legend of the Night, only on CET.
Kaiser Permanente, everything you need is under one roof.
Awesome. We did all right.
Another way care and coverage together makes life easier. Okay, a little easier. Become a member of Kaiser Permanente because together we thrive.
Women are proving through history that they're a valuable asset on and off the battlefield. Discover this amazing documentary as it chronicles women in the military. A Vision of Valor. Women Warriors, all this month on Comcast Entertainment Television.
This is a message from your inner athlete. Registration is now open for Colorado's largest sports festival, the 2015 Rocky Mountain State Games. Competition takes place July 17th through the 19th and July 24th through the 26th. Choose from over 40 sports. All ages and skill levels can compete. Register now at RockyMountainStateGames.org or call for more information. Come out and compete, win a medal, and join the excitement at the 2015 Rocky Mountain State Games.
Shake off the winter cold by warming up your body with yoga. Kelly Moore will lead you through poses transforming your body and mind. Feel the sunshine on your skin as she instructs breath techniques, muscle control, and releasing tension. Living Yoga now in stunning HD, only on Comcast Entertainment Television.
There you see an empty net here at Sand Creek Stadium. What a wonderful evening for soccer. Thanks for staying with us tonight through an hour-plus rain delay. Fans stuck it out, we stuck it out, and the players certainly were not fazed by that whatsoever as they win. The Colorado Switchbacks win this one 3-0.
They do. Really impressive performance by the Switchbacks. Absolutely horrendous post-game interview by me, but that's okay. We'll gloss over that. I'm a terrible broadcaster. Let's not forget the Switchbacks had a wonderful 3-0 win. I apologize to Dev Legoric. I apologize to the fans watching. Dev Legoric had a fantastic save at the end. Fantastic play by the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. 3-0, 3 points. Boost the goal difference, boost the points. They're up into the top half of the Western Conference of the USL standings. They're going to be really, really excited heading into 2 more home games for the Switchbacks.
Absolutely. Those are 3 huge points. Let's take a look at the stats, the game summary. How about the shots tonight? And most of those, the majority coming in the second half from the Switchbacks FC. 14 shots on goal, 8-3. Corners dead even. Fouls, that's okay. I like to see some aggressive play. And a couple of those fouls were, I just thought... Phantom
yes,
exactly.
fouls. We'll call them phantom fouls. Yeah, and you see the time of possession. I kind of mocked that statistic a little bit earlier. It's one of those statistics that I don't really understand and I don't really appreciate. The Colorado Springs Switchbacks had less of the possession. They won the game 3-0, so there's my possession not really meaning much of anything. But look at the shots on goal. Devil Goric with the one good save in the first half that he sort of parried around for the corner kick. The great save in the second half that he was able to reach up with his left hand and tip that ball over. And the Switchbacks were able to come out with the only stat that really is important is the top one there. 3 goals to nothing for the Switchbacks and 3 points as well.
And hopefully, again, another 3 points on Wednesday night against Portland. Right here at Sand Creek Stadium. Get your tickets for that one. Great atmosphere out here.
It was.
Great soccer to boot. So come on out, support your Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. What do you say we take a look at some of these highlights?
Indeed, yeah. Here we go into the second half with the Vancouver Whitecaps FC2. This is the first half. This is Devil Legoric with that save that unfortunately for him was able to go out for the corner kick. He's a little bit down about that one. But now it's just almost all Switchbacks. You know, we see the Vancouver Whitecaps FC goalkeeper making a save. We see this is the phantom dive. This is the ole. There it is. And down he goes.
Should have been an embellishment call there.
It should have
no
been.
doubt.
Should have been a bit of a yellow card. But to be honest with you, Caleb Clark did play well today, apart from that one dive. He did work his socks off today for the Vancouver Whitecaps. And here's Miguel Gonzalez just dribbling the ball a little bit too far. I'm really, really glad he wasn't hurt. You can see him going crashing into the wall there, and he was able to shake that off. And then we had the craziness, the rain, the lightning, the gentleman surviving in here, trying to find some sandwiches, trying to find some food, trying to stay warm. And here's the referee doing his thing.
Yeah. How about a ball? Let's bounce it on the dirt.
There's a soccer play for you. So and then we see the Vancouver and Devil Agoric moving his feet well, able to make the save. Really, really good play from the goalkeeper. Here's the ball through. Aaron King is on it, but their goalkeeper is out fast. Again, now we start to see the Switchbacks turn up the pressure. More and more chances for them, and here's the opening goal from Aaron King.
Gonzalez, Miguel with a great shot, and then Aaron King with the finish. Right place, right time, but those are the kind of goals that you cannot give up, or you really earn by hard work. There's Goric again making a sliding save.
Playing sweeper keeper, good play from Devil Agoric, and that one was luckily for JJ Greer cleared out, and here's the second goal. Luke Vercoloni with his left foot takes a bit of a deflection off the calf of the defender from Vancouver Whitecaps FC2, goes into the far post. Really, really nice goal for Luke Vercoloni there from the captain, leading from the front. It's a great celebration. The fans who stayed around, I got to say the fans were fantastic, who stayed around through the rain delay, and they were going crazy there to see their captain, their talisman, score that second goal to put the Switchbacks up 2-0. And here's the third. What a pass out to Marty Maben. Marty Maben slots it home. Nothing the goalkeeper could do. He's moving one way. He sends the goalkeeper back the other way. Really, really good goal. And then here's Vancouver with the chance. Devil Agoric rising with that left hand. That's a great save.
Save of the game.
Save of the game. Definitely should be on the USL Saves of the Week. Absolutely 100% that save should make the USL Saves of the Week. That was a really good save from Devil Agoric. Really good play from the Switchbacks in general. Good defense. Josh Phillips could have been the man of the match. Led the defensive line very, very well. Very important for the Switchbacks to keep the clean sheet today.
And again, we can't stress enough, 3 more points, moving them into contention in that playoff spot in the Western Conference. And that may happen, Roland, on Wednesday night when they take on Portland right here at Sand Creek Stadium.
Indeed, they've already leaped over Vancouver. They've leaped over the Whitecaps. It's still early in the season, but they're going to have a chance against Portland Timbers too. The Timbers too are a very, very good team. They're going to be coming in here looking for a result, as the Switchbacks are. But to get 3 points, to get the Switchbacks on this homestand, started off on the right way. Fantastic for Steve Tissue. Fantastic for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Fantastic for the fans, and really, really the perfect way to start this homestand.
Well, it's been a lot of fun. I appreciate you letting me fill in for Josh Howe tonight. I am Vince Greco along with Roland Vargas. You'll be back again on Wednesday.
I will. Thank you, Vince.
I'll be back when they need me, but I'll be right here rooting for our Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night, and we'll see you back here on Wednesday night.